Tonight on 8.5-bit, the Steam sales, SNES Classic, Castlevania, and butts. Welcome, friends of all designs, to episode 219 of 8.5-bit, which I'm sure is going to be the most awkward episode of them all. I'm your host, Paul, and joining me today are my good friends, James.
Hello.
And Amy.
Hi.
And friends, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Actually, Amy directly.
Oh, no.
Can you please explain to me the cultural problem sort of going through the gay community when it comes to people being bullied for having HIV on Grindr?
That's
Before you haven't answered a question, James, your opinion?
Yes.
Correct. Do not talk about the subject. It was a very difficult subject to discuss today, and I actually don't think I said a single word during the conversation.
That's the correct thing to do.
I was like, I can't talk about this. So that was why it was the most awkward episode. Yeah. James, you had a better question for us though.
Oh yeah. What is brown?
Let's move on quickly.
And rhymes with Snoop.
Groot.
a poop scoop?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, that's good. That's wholesome.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, because he rhymes with Snoop Dogg. Like he gets up and he busts a rhyme.
Oh, okay.
Busts. Well, it doesn't bust a move.
I thought it was a good joke.
Yeah.
I told it today.
It's good.
I thought I'd share it.
Yeah.
I liked my joke.
It's not as good as his armsies and his sleevesies.
I know. I told that one at the dinner table tonight, actually. It was great.
That's good. Good. Okay. Okay. So I think we've passed the awkwardness, and then we got a good joke. So
Okay.
that's good. I don't know why I felt like do that. I was just amazed. It's a social issue at the moment. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is a world I don't understand.
That's why you don't talk about it.
Well,
But
I still talk about it.
You
but
listen, and you...
I don't make claims about it.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yes. What?
I don't really have an opinion.
That's
so
the right answer.
I don't care.
But do you not care or not have an opinion? They're different things.
Oh, really? I don't care enough to have an opinion.
I guess that
it's
does
just
fall on.
that.
You've got me there.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, cool. So video games. So we missed last week, which means I've got a big list again.
Yeah, because it was not only did we miss it, there was Steam sales.
There was Steam sales.
And I believe you played so many games, you had to put together a spreadsheet.
I did. I had a spreadsheet to go through and basically do a categorization of all the different games I bought. Because the problem with my level of Steam sales is that most people seem to go, oh, Steam sales are great. Oh, good. I'll go on. I'll get. Oh, look. Oh, Half-Life 2 is on sale.
Yeah.
I'll
Really?
get that.
Oh.
And you go like, what do you mean buy Half-Life 2? What the fuck? I go, oh, I think I might get a GTA.
Yeah, GTA 5.
Yeah, I mean, like, how? How does that happen?
Oh, it was there and it was on sale and I hadn't bought it.
The last step, I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I hadn't bought it.
What?
Hadn't bought it.
I don't get it. Like, you're not interested in the
You,
game.
you understand buying it, right?
Yeah.
Opposite of that.
So you weren't interested in it?
No, I just hadn't bought it.
What? This is I don't understand.
You don't get it?
So my problem with Steam sales is that
You spend too much money.
No, I don't. I spend very little money on Steam sales because there's nothing for me to buy that's good.
Well, it's because you're a bundle stars whore.
Yeah, I'm into bundles. I get things through lots of avenues, and also if I'm really interested in something, I've probably bought it. And it's not like things aren't always on sale on Steam anyway, so I was probably following it, and then I was on a wish list, and if it was on sale, it was on my wish list. At that point, I discovered whether I actually cared about it or not. Which is funny. Now my wish list is full of things that I actually found out I don't care about. Because it's like, nah, it's not worth $1.
So, sometimes I'm confused as to why I added something to
Yeah,
my wish
yeah,
list. Because it'll just be something that'll take me on a fancy, and then it'll go on sale. And I'm like, well, why do they add that? I don't know, but it's there. I guess I have to buy it now.
There's that weird shooter that's your character is actually anime pants.
I haven't
pants.
seen this one.
There's a few Pantsu games around, but I can't think of that one's name off the top of my head.
Neither can I. I just know it was on my wish list.
Yeah, so my job is then basically looking through the cheapest of the cheapest stuff to try and find things that are interesting enough to risk 60 cents on.
Yes.
Yeah.
60 US cents.
Yes, which is like $1 Australian. It's crazy. So I ended up buying a pretty big list, and most things are pretty interesting. So we'll do hot takes later of things that I have something to say about, with a few standouts in there. It's been interesting. It's good, and we were talking about last episode. Some of the if you're using the Steam
Database?
Steam database or using extended Steam and stuff like that.
I installed that as well because
I
I
love that.
wanted to see the good prices.
I realized when you mentioned it last time, I'm like, oh yeah, I know you can use that, and then like I have Chrome open. It's like, oh wait, I already used that. It's like, right.
Yeah, there's also a downloadable app now.
Oh,
And it just integrates with your Steam library launcher.
Oh, that's cool.
that
Well, I
sounds
should check
even
that out
better.
as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I should have paused more when you mentioned it last time to clarify a bit further.
Yeah, Paul.
Hey, I talk a lot.
You never pause
You do.
over me.
Oh, it's actually no. You're correct.
For once.
I was gonna say no. That's not right. I'm like, wait, no. You said that completely correct. I don't pause over you. I just constantly talk, and you get buried below it.
Yep.
Very
and we
below
have
the
a conversation about it every single Ender show.
Not every single end of
Almost
show.
every.
I
Yeah,
just say,
I didn't buy anything on the Steam sales.
Nothing?
No, I've got Paul's family sharing, and I've got over 1,000 games, so I'm happy for a while.
Yeah, happy? That I don't understand. Happiness.
Well, see, that's
Happiness is sort of like, I don't know, it's a thing that I just sort of say, and I don't feel it.
I think she's making stuff up.
did you accumulate enough things? Did you get the right amount?
I think so.
I wonder.
How many was it? Because I'm still working on it.
Well, I've got over 3 people family sharing with me right now.
Do you have one of these?
What is it? I've been looking at it. It's
Oh,
adorable.
that's all I needed. Oh.
Do you just grab felt?
Can you please take it from me?
James's worst nightmare. Oh my
So
god!
cute.
Lisa made that for
It
me.
is pretty cute.
So cute.
It's my little goldfish.
Can she make me one?
She probably could. I mean, if she will. I mean, I can't
You
speak for
can make
that.
one of those.
I probably could, but that's just effort.
That's true.
Effort
It
is hard.
Yeah.
I've got enough little hobbies making felt and stuff, so I'm trying to keep away from cheats.
Keep it away from me, please.
James.
So I got GTA 5.
yeah. Do we need to kick off with the 5-year-old
Do I-
game?
Oh, we
Care.
do. We don't actually. Apart from just want to say that game's amazing. The last time I played it was on PS3, and that was actually the main reason I had
That's
to
a
bought
big
it.
jump in quality difference between that. And
that's
the
why I didn't buy it
version.
because I played this on PS3. You know, I kind of had my fill, and I picked it up because that thing never goes down cheap. So as cheap as I was going to get, and I was also kind of drunk at the time, so I picked it up, and I've been constantly blown away by how good that game is. It's amazing. The technical, like from a technical perspective, 5 years later,
It's
it is
nuts.
still-
And now that you're experimenting with the first person stuff as well,
Yeah.
what they did to implement the first person was like God. This is even with it. This being the newer version of the 5-year-old game, it's still quite old itself. It's like, yeah, it's what they did to make it first person was not just hack a camera in. It was super impressive.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
You
new
can take first
animations.
person bong hits.
Yeah, I
and
did
it's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's you told me about
Yeah.
it.
And
See, I didn't
I-
let you tell the story.
And I remember all the issues that came with it.
What issues?
Like the first person stuff, everyone was going on about how they needed a higher rating because it was more gory in first person.
Oh, it definitely feels different.
Real.
It's a little bit more impactful.
Apparently.
Yeah, like I would agree with that. Like I found that walking around first person with guns shooting civilians, like bystanders, actually felt pretty messed up. Like you know, like having the agency should have been in a different place. I don't think I changed the rating for it though.
Well, it's just
yeah.
what-
Yeah, I mean the rating is
Yeah.
probably still appropriate. It probably you could argue it has a higher level impact because of it. But I mean that's how I always like to. As soon as GTA started to try to be more serious, that's how I wanted to play it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like it was no longer the game where I run around trying to run down an entire line of Hare Krishnas at once to get a bonus point.
Unless you're playing Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor
Yeah.
was different. You can run a combine harvester down the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But that's why Trevor exists.
Yeah.
That's why we've got Saints Row.
Yeah. Then Saints Row went cray cray. Yeah.
They've got their crazy
Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem out soon.
Yeah, I think that game is going to do poorly
I would say the same.
because everyone that plays it goes like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be great multiplayer," and then they single player only.
Yeah.
So why did you make a game about a squad of people with different abilities, which is single player only?
Wait, what? I actually didn't know that.
Didn't you know that?
I missed that bit.
Yeah. So
I was expecting it not to do particularly great because I don't think there's a lot of room for those competitive shooters.
There is no competitive
But there is
shooting.
no competitive shooter in there.
It's a single player only game where you can, so your team of people, and they're not even AI controlled, you just switch between them at will. So you like basically you swap them out with a button, and they have sort of cooldown abilities. So straight up you go like, well, I've used my ability of this guy, I'm going to switch to another character to use his while the other guy's still recharging and all that. So it is about swapping up a bunch of different gameplay styles quickly, but it just looks like the combat of Saints Row, which never really was that exciting to me, without the obvious multiplayer, which it looks like it's a game made for. I mean,
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. I think they're going to get a lot of that
wrong.
It's going to be a lot of people like when We Happy For You came out and like, this game looks great. This is the best Bioshock. And then they go, oh, wait, it's nothing like Bioshock.
No.
Yeah, I think Agents of Mayhem is going to have the same problem.
Yeah.
This looks like a fun multiplayer game to play with my friends. Let's all get a copy.
Uh-oh.
All of them returned.
How many Xbox controllers do you have?
I should have 4 Xbox controllers.
Okay.
And then I should have 4 PS3s and 4 PS4s.
And a Switch.
And a Switch. And also, I just
Got a remote.
put a lot of controllers on the table for fun.
Yeah, and I've been touching them.
I could bring some more up. Should we go get to the Saturn controllers?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good. I feel like we've reached kind of controller saturation point.
No, never.
See, it's only a little bit at the bottom of the screen anyway.
Yeah.
It's only color. Not like my cool white blackboard in the background.
That's a good whiteboard, man.
We need some different
Black
colour chalk.
whiteboard.
Yeah,
White
yeah.
blackboard.
Like I don't see the world in those.
Yeah, you don't see you don't see colours of boards.
I don't see shades. Everything's just uniform lighting.
So everything's black grey.
Yeah. Okay, so did you have anything else to say about GTA 5?
No, just apart from it was technically still very impressive. They did a good job on that video game.
Okay, so let's get into a bit of news. A few things have happened. Probably one of the biggest announcements that happened in the last 2 weeks was the announcement of the SNES Classic, which is the NES Mini but done in a SNES form now. And I've only just realised I didn't get the list of games up. So while I do that,
Did you pre-order?
I did.
It's very cute.
Did you pre-order?
No.
You're not getting one.
No, I don't want one.
Yeah. Oh, I do though.
Yeah, you guys can have them, but I don't really have the nostalgia factor.
I'm hoping that they've fixed the length of the cable with the controllers because I know that was
Yes and no. It's longer.
Yep.
The original in the NES Mini it was 3 foot. Now it's 5 foot.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
So, it's
yeah.
not exactly long, but
Yeah.
it's not tiny. Either.
yeah.
Why isn't it wireless?
Oh, because it's not what the thing's going for.
Yeah, that's
Like,
not what it's for.
I don't know.
Yeah, trying to go for nostalgia. It sort of came out of nowhere. Like it just
it didn't.
Well, they just announced it and it's like, oh, pre-orders are up. Like it was.
Yeah, but that was Australian retailers. They haven't even put pre-orders up in the US.
Oh,
yet.
haven't they?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been rumored and like projected by everyone
I mean,
since the NES.
The big thing is that it's got Star Fox 2 on it,
Yes,
which is a unreleased SNES game. That's
So
There-
I still don't understand this. Was it just never released in English, or was it
never released anywhere.
Okay.
So Star Fox 2 was a completed game, which at that point they just shelved it because the N64 was just being
yep.
shown off, and they did not want to. They didn't want to distract and have like shitty 3D compared to their new fancy 3D. There are 2 early release versions of Star Fox 2 available on like the emulator scene, but neither of them are a complete version of the game.
Okay.
So this will be the first time most people will have ever got to see the actual finished copy of the game,
Oh, that'll be cool.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll just come over to Paul's and play it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just want to pull up the list
because
of
it's a decent list.
yeah. So it's more expensive than the NES,
Yeah.
and it has less games. But it comes with 2 controllers, and I would say the games are much more substantial than the original.
Yeah.
Than the
It
NES games that came out.
It definitely had more that I cared about on it.
So here's the list. We'll just go through it. You can chuck in any thoughts as we go if you want. Super Mario World, one of the best Mario games. Super Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past,
Very good game.
F-Zero, Super Metroid,
Also very good.
Star Fox, and Star Fox 2. Street Fighter 2, I think it's Hyper Fighters, although it says Turbo there.
I'm glad I didn't
remember which
spend
one it is.
$70 buying it on my Switch.
Yeah, quite frankly, this is still... Well, yeah, no. Because while this is cool, the SNES, it's not portable.
No, it's not.
like-
No, I was being a smartass.
Yeah, but it's still Punch Out, great game.
Yep.
Castlevania 4, Donkey Kong Country, Mega Man X, Kirby Superstar, and more importantly, Kirby's Dream Course.
Yay.
Some people tried to say that was the worst game in the collection, to which I told them, fuck you. Because it's the
They
best
need to know how
game.
wrong they are.
Yeah. I was playing a Kirby Dream Course of knockoff in my Steam sales. Actually, it wasn't as good. Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6, depending on which region you're talking about. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario RPG, Contra 3, Secret of Mana, Earthbound, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
That's a good list. Like that, I think that's a good cross section.
It doesn't really
the library
have a dud among it. It's like they're all very good games. What I find funny is that a lot of people will go, "Where the fuck is Chrono Trigger?" And true, Chrono Trigger is probably the greatest RPG on the SNES,
but it was better on DS.
It is better on DS. But the thing is also, they go, "Oh well, at least we got Final Fantasy 3." And I don't know how people are planning to use the SNES Classic, but I'm planning to pull it out at parties and have some sit down things. The idea of sitting down and actually playing an old school RPG on it, I'm like, actually on the Switch, please. Like, give it to me on like.
I want a Final Fantasy collection. Oh.
Give it to something with me that has auto resume and save states and like. Let me do it that way, please. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to play Final Fantasy 3 on
Secret of Mana.
Classic.
That sounds,
that's a little bit different.
That sounds a little, but that's when you want to play that one co-op.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing I haven't clarified yet. If there's going to be any way to get a third controller into this thing, because Secret of Mana is 3-player.
Yeah,
and this is the funny thing. It's like while we're all going like, oh, what do we do? It's like I could go downstairs and plug it in. Yeah, actually, the SNES is plugged in, but Secret of Mana's not, and I haven't put the multi-tap on. So I guess it's not technically set up right now. But it's 5 minutes away.
Is it the same plugs as the?
I don't believe so. I believe at the front of it looks like the old school plugs, but I believe that's actually a little panel that you flip down, and it's like the NES Mini. They're the remote connectors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is a little bit disappointing. I had a sudden dream that it was actually just the old school SNES connectors.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioned that was your.
And I could just like,
I just use my tap. I
could just use my old controllers. I go, oh, this is good. I've got extension cables as well. So like, I could plug in my fight sticks.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
They're such terrible fight sticks, those things.
So I know that the NES was like that. The hardware was hacked, so they could kind of turn things into a little emulator thing. I don't imagine it's going to take too long for this thing.
I assume it will be hacked within one day.
But the thing I'd worry about was if I wreck it, I don't think I'm likely to find another one.
Yes, but from what I hear, it's not exactly risky. Apparently, it's as close to them not giving a shit as possible. And the thing is, we could just buy Raspberry Pis and set up a thing. I mean, we're really buying this for the form factor and it being legal.
Yeah.
It's like, people like to go on about Nintendo's supply issues. And yes, they can do better. But I mean, there are just logistic things in the world to do it. And someone's going like, oh, it's so fucking cheap. How can they not just make more NESs? And I go like, all these people making Raspberry Pi ones, they can do it. Why can't Nintendo? I'm like, well, because they don't have to sign licensing contracts.
And they also don't have to scale up the production amount. And
they don't have to take away from somewhere else or fight Apple for it or anything. I've been meaning
to get myself a shell of one of the old consoles and turn it into like a Raspberry Pi emulator. But it's just...
There's so many sort of like nice prefab ones, or at least designs that you can 3D print out. Actually gutting an old console is... I mean, like I've got a broken Dreamcast. You could use that.
A broken dream.
Oh no, that's so accurate. That's like devastatingly accurate as a comment.
Oh,
it killed so many dreams. Especially mine. Where's Zombie Revenge 2? They're never making it.
No, it's not happening, man.
I'll gut it and turn it into a Raspberry Pi machine if you want, but...
Yeah. I really need to go and check up some emulation. Apparently there's some good stuff with the Saturn scene happening at the moment where they're working out how to like basically plug in a drive into one of the back ports. So it's like totally soft modding the thing. I'm like, oh good, because you know what's really hard to find? Saturn games.
That thing was such a seller. They're going to be everywhere.
Yeah, I think I'm totally getting Panzer Dragoon Saga soon. I mean, like, because there's copies of that everywhere, and they're so cheap. And I'm definitely going to play it for more than half an hour. That's the thing with all those things. Like, I'm probably never... Even if I ever got a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga, I'm probably not going to play through the whole thing. It's like a 40-hour game or something. But I want to see it. I want to try it.
I found out the other day I'd spent over 150 hours in Zelda, so...
Going good. Going strong.
Yeah.
just in time to start getting some of that DLC in.
Yeah. I'm not really interested until Champions Ballad. And did I show you the...
She said Ballad.
She still said Ballad. It was
Yeah.
exciting. I got just that little excited when she said it. I'm like,
I'm still doing it. But yeah,
I like it.
the 4-pack's coming to Europe for the Amiibo, which will be pretty cool.
which will probably happen here as well.
Yeah, I usually take European news as sort of Australian Nintendo stuff.
Oh.
But
we're not Brexiting.
Good for you.
We should though.
We had a vote.
Can we Brexit from Britain? That was rigged. It was rigged, I tell you.
But I'm gonna buy the Amiibo now.
Yeah,
That's my final thing. I don't have to
I
spend
think
$100.
buying all 4 of them, 100. They look really good. $100 dues.
But like 4 for probably, I don't know, 70 maybe, the very most.
They look so good though.
I think it'll be more than that because I think they're selling 25 each a piece because they're special ones. So it'll probably, and they don't actually really discount things when they're in a pack. So it's probably going to be $100 dues. Oh, why are you scowling at me? I'm not Nintendo.
You're the one breaking my dreams here.
No, that was Sega. Well, we could say it was the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But they're lies. That wasn't rendered in real time.
We're going to push so many triangles. So many.
Not many.
The dream, if any.
No.
How many dudes you know got to rock a show like this? Not many.
If
Anyway.
any, yeah.
Anyway.
We've done one thing on this list so far. Oh, 2. We did GTA 5 as well. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Okay, in some more Nintendo exciting news, Pac-Man Versus is getting re-released.
That's the old asynchronous one?
That's the
asymmetrical one, sorry?
Asymmetrical, where one person plays Pac-Man and everyone else plays Ghost, which we got to play because it was GameCube.
GameCube, yeah.
And we got to play it down PAX one year because we had it set up with all the GBAs and it was great. It was a really fun game. If you actually want to play it that way, though, you need 2 switches. Because one person has to have the Ghost on one screen.
Oh, it does
and the
split
other
screen on the
person
other
has to have
one.
that.
Yep.
You know what console it was made for?
What?
The Wii U.
Yeah.
It literally is
Yeah.
like, that's what the base setup is. And the only thing that I have not been able to confirm yet, and I've sent messages to a few places, can you do it with one copy of the game? Because it's part of the Namco Museum.
Yeah.
So it's not nothing cost-wise. So it's like, it needs to just have a little spawn, just a little, yeah.
I do miss my download play
Yeah.
when it comes
And you guys
to...
do know how much I like Pac-Man.
It's true. You want a Pac-Man?
Yes, down at Netherworld.
Yes.
30,000 points, and I got a cute little badge, which I did not bring with me.
It sounds like a lot of points.
It was.
I
It was
don't think
easily over 5 minutes standing there.
I don't think I get 30,000 points.
I never do, but I was like, I want that badge.
But you did.
So I spent $2 on the machine, and I won.
You got just one go.
2 goes.
2 goes.
2 goes.
2 goes.
I've still got $3 left to go and play Space Invaders tomorrow.
You hold on to that $3.
I'm going to spend one of them on Space Invaders. I need 3,000 points on that.
To get
I
another
want those badges.
Ah.
I care about it more than Girl Guide badges.
How much did you care about those?
None.
Oh, that's... Yes.
I got a trophy in Scouts for the amount of Scout badges I got.
Ooh.
I was very diligent.
I was
that
a-
one year.
Yeah,
I was
I
a
didn't care
lazy
anything
scout.
about...
You were a very lazy Scout.
Yeah, I was a lazy Girl Guide. I just sort of sat there.
I just like going to set things on fire.
Me
Yeah,
too.
James and I were very close in Scouts. But he did like to withdraw himself from most activities.
No, it's... Yeah.
Anything physical?
No, nah, not really.
Anything that really involved the group as a whole, you weren't particularly interested in.
No.
But if it was you and me just setting things on fire and talking about video games,
That sounds
That's all
amazing.
I wanted.
holy shit, what a day that was. I learned all these rope skills and whenever I watch a survival show, I'm like, I'd probably be fine. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to knock it out of the park, but I'd survive.
No, I didn't
be
want
alright.
any of that. I'd be screwed.
I was the fastest runner in Girl Guides.
Oh, well, I mean, that if there's something chasing you, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
you know.
Like, basically,
Out of all
most
the
groups...
cabins we stayed in, there was a spider in one.
Cabins?
Yeah, we stayed in cabins in Girl Guides.
That's not putting up a tent.
I know. It was
You're
annoying.
not just throwing a tarp over a tree and saying, this is my home now?
I was very upset when I found out it was just cabins that I lived.
You can sleep in my backyard if you want.
I don't really want to.
You should. You got to learn. You got to toughen up. You don't even have a calloused face.
You don't either.
That's what you think.
That's not a beard. It's scar tissue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What about your beard? It's getting a bit more bushy.
Yeah, I've been kind of growing it out a little
Trying
bit.
to cover up the greys.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh,
Have you ever considered dyeing your beard?
no, I don't like doing that. I don't like the idea of it. Only,
What about bleaching it?
no, I might do that.
Remember when you had bleached hair?
There's a picture of it on the internet.
There is.
It's really bad.
You'll have to show me.
It's funny.
That was when I used to have very long hair, and I cut it all
What?
off. Yeah, I had it down down most of my
Both
back.
James and I have had very long hair.
I
in our
can
past.
see you, but him?
Yeah, I had it very long.
Yeah.
What?
That was my my first girlfriend. Liked this. She liked this kind of bushy beard look with. She described it as like Irish peasant. That was the.
Irish,
Yeah.
I mean, that's because of her 6 foot long arms. That was about. Man, that's a total.
That's a really obscure joke there, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she even knows that joke.
I don't know it.
Oh, poor old Ali. I think she's having a good life.
I think so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
good to see Ali.
I'm sure she's a regular
She's
viewer.
a regular viewer. She was always very much into our long-winded video game conversations.
Yeah.
So why not continue to follow us 10
join-
years after the breakup
Joining in those conversations all the time.
and not walking past and reading a book? Never. Okay, let's continue going along. In small but exciting news for me, Tron 2.0, which is a really cool monolith-made first-person shooter, has been patched to run Windows 10.
That's cool.
So it actually was quite hard to run.
So is that one
recently.
on GOG?
I think
it's
it might
the
be on GOG as well. This is the Steam version got patched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's officially updated and it runs fine.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. That was like had a good art style to it. They got that Tron aesthetic really well.
Yeah. I remember I had some really, really heavily compressed screenshots of it. Like the JPEG compression was off the chart. And I wanted to play the game because I couldn't tell if it was an effect in game or whether they were bad screenshots. I'm like, if they just make this game like corrupt with JPEG into artifacting, that's amazing. But I'm pretty sure it was just bad screenshots.
Yeah, I think so. At that time, we weren't doing too many full screen effects like that.
But but I mean, like highly compressed JPEG
Yeah.
could probably be done pretty well. That seems like a doable post-processing effect.
Well, there's a Reddit bot that just auto-compresses images. I think you have to type compress and it'll just sort of compress the JPEG down even more.
I remember like there was someone posted a badly compressed screenshot and someone made a joke about could it be more compressed. So I took it and I ran it through all my Photoshop. So I was just like, here we go, let's just everything on 0% there.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty good. And then someone took it and just ran it through some compression filter or something. It's like, oh, I didn't even get halfway there. And I was like, oh, levels of compression that obviously don't exist in commercial software because why would anyone ever do that?
Art.
Oh, yeah, art. I thought you said something else. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Anyway, let's continue on. Elvira is in the next Infinite Warfare DLC.
As in the horror show host.
Yeah, it's in I want to watch my boobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
Well-
Just come back.
That was, yeah.
More Elvira in life. Rebellion has surprised the world by announcing Evil Genius 2.
That's not a free-to-play game?
No, it's just a game. It's just a sequel to Evil Genius.
It's just going to be a video game. Remember that we had the sequel to Dungeon Keeper?
No, it didn't.
Oh,
You mean War for the Overworld?
No, the one that came out on mobile phone. You remember the one, Paul?
No.
The one where they put a timer on digging.
No, I mean, I think I've got a knife around here somewhere if you want to keep talking.
You had to tap the imps to slap them?
You know what? I actually don't remember that because I didn't get that far in it. The thing that didn't exist and fuck everyone involved in that.
Paul, do you want me to?
Please don't.
Oh yeah, touch him with some felt. Do it.
Don't. Not on my teeth.
Well,
I always love not on it. It's like that's always my go-to for James. It's like, oh yes, into the mouth. Let's get in there. No. My teeth are feltish, but I mean, I need to cut my nails. They're a little bit long. What about them scratching on your teeth?
I don't get your nails in my mouth. Gross.
bleh.
Oh, will you bite them off for me?
No.
This is good podcast
Why are there so many things happening to my mouth?
Because you keep bringing it up. Okay. So yeah, I was very excited because I really, really, really liked Evil Genius.
Yes.
And
Dungeon Keeper /
except way more long. Like there was only 2 maps in the game. It's like Dungeon Keeper, except you were just building a functional base instead of like trying to defeat someone in a level.
In some ways, it was almost like a city builder.
Well, it's a sim. Like you were managing a hotel as well. Like it was really good. Like setting up traps and trying to manage the people coming to the island. Like it's a really unique game.
Yeah.
And if they can just do the same thing but with like a better interface and some more clever AI. And
We haven't seen too much with that kind of 60s spy aesthetic recently either.
Yeah, they need to bring back Nolf.
They do.
Which is almost impossible to do.
But you can go download it for free now.
Yeah, no, it's not official, but no one knows who has the rights and no one's suing them.
It's one of those forgiveness before permission things.
Exactly. So if we can't get the rights off anyone, who can sue us?
And it's actually a good way of finding who's got the rights.
It is. I mean, basically, from what Monolith was saying with it, 2 Monolith games in news today.
Yeah.
I guess 4, because you got Nolf 2 and Contract Jack. It's like they literally have like a pile of documentation and they have no one's going to go through it.
Yeah.
It's like a few weeks worth of work for someone to track down. And it's like, yep, it's not worth it to anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's all on their end either. I think that's split over because it's mixed between so many companies. There's an article that recently came out about it, basically just saying you're not getting Nolf re-released anytime. Not anytime soon, anytime full stop. Continuing along, there have been teasers of Wonderful 101 on Switch.
Okay. Be good for that to have
Platinum
another
putting
life.
out images of Wonderful 101 characters playing on Switch. The only thing that had been pointed out was that in the game, they all have a Wonderful 100 on their back, because at the end, you become the 101th.
Don't spoil the game.
But in this, they all have 101 on their back.
So you're the 102th?
Well, that's where they're expecting a port, but maybe a sequel. Because I would like a little bit of that.
Was this one of the original Capcom 5?
No. That was GameCube.
Okay. Yeah.
You were
I was way
you
off.
were 2 generations
off. For some reason, I thought it was Capcom 5.
No, Capcom 5 was Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
I think it was Dark Phoenix, it was called. Piano 3, Killer 7, and what was the 5th? Was Beautiful Joe? No, I don't think
Maybe
that was
that's
the
what
5th.
I'm thinking. Maybe it's...
Are you thinking of Beautiful Joe?
I was thinking Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe
I think Beautiful Joe might have been part of the Capcom 5.
I'm not sure if it was or not. Well, if only there were some people here that knew video games.
Yeah.
But hey, I knew
certainly
most of
not
them.
us.
How many of those video games did you know, Amy?
None.
None? Not even Resident Evil 4?
I mean, I do. But I didn't know it was part of the Capcom 5.
No. That was a
What even
short-lived
is
thing.
that?
That was Capcom had a project to sort of boost there were all 5 exclusive games for the GameCube, and by the end, half of them were cancelled. I think the only one that came out that was exclusive to GameCube was Piano 3, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that went anywhere
And
else.
that wasn't a good game. It was a third-person action dancing game.
Ooh.
Where, you sort of had to... You just went down corridors.
It was kind of rhythm-based, but it was...
Your bum wiggled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rhythm-based, but it wasn't like a music game. It was...
Okay.
Yeah, it seemed pretty half-assed.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it shipped pretty much. Like, they just pushed it out the door. But, hey, Killer 7 and Resident Evil 4, fucking great games.
They did well.
Yeah. Anyway, continuing along. Five Nights at Freddy's 6 was revealed in the same post that it was cancelled.
Oh, really?
So he said, I was making this game, but then I couldn't do it really well, so fuck it.
Remember his RPG, Freddy's World?
So good, yeah.
Freddy's
His
World.
movies, Freddy Got Fingered.
What?
It's all canonical.
That's a thing?
Oh, yeah, it's an actual movie, but
There's nothing to do with it.
It's a Tom Green film.
Okay.
It's lying under a cow, sucking on its udders or whatever. Look at me, Daddy. I'm a farmer. Or is he jerking off a horse?
I never saw it.
It's actually it's incredibly lowbrow.
Yeah.
But it's actually funny from what I remember. Like Rip Torn's his dad. It's very stupid. Yeah. Anyway, enough about Freddy Got Fingered.
Right.
A fun little story. Sony released a bunch of Anthem footage from the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
And they actually just took Xbox One footage.
Oh, no.
And they photoshopped the icons on top of the
Nice.
pre-existing icons. And they didn't do quite a good job of covering the Xbox One icons. So they took that down.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
funny.
it doesn't matter. It's still the same game. And I doubt you're getting any honest performance details from this footage at this point anyway.
I mean, my assumption is it's all captured on PC anyway.
Exactly.
In the end.
Yeah, exactly. So that was cute. I like when someone gets caught out for nothing. That's in a loving story.
Yeah.
Did you click on this link? Respawn is a good boy. I
No.
wrote here. So, in very sad news, a member of their community who did a lot of work for Titanfall 2 community, his dog died.
Oh.
Which is very sad. So Respawn has made an official banner in the game of the dog.
Aw.
It's a good boy.
That's a good community
I
man.
was like, yeah. Well, hey, it got me talking about Titanfall 2 again. Just because it's got a cute puppy in it. I love cute puppies. There were a few examples of that. Like, I can't remember games in particular. But yeah, like people in the community, like either passing on or tragedies happening. And then just like making those little, just small things in the game that don't affect the overall. That's like, it's not going to bring up weird questions, but mean something to the community.
Yeah.
Which is always a nice thing to do.
I haven't checked on Planetfall 2 in a while to kind of see how it's going.
Titanfall?
Sorry, Titanfall. Titanfall 2.
You haven't
as well.
clicked on Planetfall 2
All
in a
that
while
one,
either.
yeah. I don't know if their no DLC plan worked out for them.
I mean, they keep releasing some stuff, and something's coming up now. But since I'm detailing it, I obviously paid a lot of attention. I really like the single player of the game.
It was an amazing single player.
It was great fun. The Tomorrow Children, the game that I thought was amazing yet still did not play, surprisingly enough, is shutting down in November.
yeah.
Probably the fact that I'm about the only person I know that says it's amazing, and I did not play it.
And I tried to play it, and I love grinding, and I couldn't even get into it.
I feel we need to contact Q Games and talk about it because I still think it's like the best artistic game of like the last decade, but that makes it a good game. That'd be. I'd like to know about.
It needed something else there. Like it needed, I don't know, like working towards like some kind of meta story going on, like or something happening.
No,
but it wasn't. It was nothing but mechanics.
No, you don't. You were just a worker. You do not get to know anything that's going on. No, what they needed is they needed meta that just could not be seen by anyone. It's like they just say, "Oh, assure us it's going on."
It's just
back to work.
All in the office.
Back to work, children. Anyway, so that's shutting down in November. Speaking of shutting down, Firefall shut down. Remember Firefall?
Yeah, that was the shooter on a big island, which had a pretty art style.
It was MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. But it was one of the early shooter action MMOs.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I played it for half an hour.
Yeah, the latency in Australia wasn't so great. That's the problem I have with all of
Oh, that's a piece of news that I didn't get to put up. Some guy qualified for like international Quake championships.
Yeah, with 200 ping.
With a 200 ping in Australia.
Yeah, booyah.
To which my response was like, 200 ping? Fucking lucky bastard.
You're there with your 350.
Yeah, my rule used to be anything under 500 was good.
Oh, Jesus, man.
but this was like in the days of the modem, like the 56 kilobyte modem.
It does say a lot that Twitch is important in that game, but definitely not the be all and end all.
Yeah, I mean, you're still being twitchy. You just learn the game and you know how to deal with that stuff. And in some cases, lag can give you advantages in games. So maybe he'll need that when he reaches the championships.
Yeah,
like,
I wonder like he'll get to playing with a decent ping and it'll just like all of his like he's learnt motor skills just won't work.
Speaking of sort of, actually, I'm not even going to bother with the segue. Warframe has had a pretty cool announcement in its update. So Warframe continues to grow and grow. It's a super, super successful free-to-play third person. It's basically Destiny free-to-play. They've done complete graphical overhauls of the old areas, so they look a lot nicer now. They keep obviously adding more content. And one of the big reveals, which they had at their big sort of conference the other day, was that it's going sort of open world.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's always the thing that's kind of kept me away from that. Is I really like the mechanics. The shooting feels good. I like the different gears or whatever they call them, that your warframes that you take on. Like I like all that stuff. But
I like how you forgot Warframe. When it's
literally the title. But I'd never like how a bit Monster Hunter-ish. Where like it's all like instant. So you make that baby open world. And I reckon they can grab you
So
back.
I'm sure you'll still go into basically the equivalent of dungeons and it'll be those instances. But yeah, it's going to be open world and open environment with missions and things going on.
That sounds good.
And other players. And it's like this game keeps growing and changing. And
it reminds me a little bit of GTA Online.
Yeah.
Where it's just like this silent achiever that is actually just doing really well for itself. But no one really talks about it that much.
Yeah, it's like its community is so passionate, but not necessarily to people outside of the community. I mean, I kind of like it. It was so impenetrable when it came to actually deciding a path to follow. Like other than going out and shooting things, like knowing what to upgrade and what to go for and what currencies did what and what resources you need, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And like I get advice from people to say like, yeah, just ignore most of it, just focus on one thing at a time. But it is overwhelming at first. But I mean, as far as free-to-play games go, shit, there's a lot of content
Yeah.
there. And you can play a lot without paying anything. And then you can play a bit and get some cool shit. So yeah, Warframe. Very, very, very local news for Brisbane, Australia. I just wanted to mention that Zero Latency has put in an application to build a facility up here.
cool.
So cool.
Which I love Zero Latency, and I would like to have one local to take people to
And it
and
means
have some fun.
more jobs.
Yeah, let's go get employed there.
I will.
I could be the janitor, or maybe do they need someone loud?
Oh, well, they do.
Oh,
Probably
good.
an announcer of some kind.
Oh, I can be the guy that says, "Okay, everyone, make sure you wipe the sweat off. You've put the heads down. Don't touch him. Don't touch him." It's a non-contact sport. Okay, everyone, we're going to shoot some zombies today. Come on here. This is Zero Latency.
So is this your actual like pitch as an employee? Like, is this?
Oh yeah,
This is what we're doing with this now.
Yeah, please follow us. I realized that everyone that I met at Zero Latency. Oh no, I did meet some people that worked there. So like everyone that I spoke to didn't work. No, I did talk to a few
Yeah,
people.
but that's cool. It's good to see VR kind of, getting bigger in the consumer market.
It's a good experience, and at the moment, the Oculus has had a third cut off its price.
Yeah, I know a few people that have gone and bought the
and this is primarily because it's not selling, and it's not surprising because how many VR headsets do we own between us?
none.
None.
I got a Samsung Gear.
How many Switches do we have between us?
3.
3.
Yeah, and general consoles and PCs, all those where we are enthusiasts,
Yeah.
and none of us have VR.
I tells you, I'm getting close to PlayStation VR because I had a play of that the other day. Tried a few different things, and having played expensive VR and I'm going to call it budget VR,
Yeah.
PlayStation VR, not a massive difference. Like definitely there's a quality difference. Probably the biggest quality difference I noticed was the Move controllers.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the touch things that you get with the thing. But the experience was still really compelling. Like there were...
Yeah.
You know what really surprised me? Resident Evil 7, probably the best one I played.
I hear nothing but good things.
Yeah, like
about VR.
I just thought it was just going to be a little bit shitty. Because just the way it doesn't use any of the teleport controls. Like it uses the... you walk around and when you hit the stick, you just snap.
Yeah.
It doesn't smoothly turn you. And I thought, that sounds a bit crap. Nope, I didn't get sick at all. Like having the snap means that there's not this weird disconnect when the body moves and you don't. The thing that surprised me with it is I actually think it ended up being less scary playing it in VR than not.
I think that's hard to judge.
And the reason was that I never felt like I was fighting the controls. So there was less of the fear of unknown because if I want to look behind me, if I want to quickly check on a sound, I just turn.
But at the same time, we've played through that game, and you basically know what to expect as well.
No, it was definitely felt like a different experience, and I still scare easy, and I've forgotten a lot of the early game stuff, and just in some ways it felt less like I was playing it. It's kind of hard because you've got like there's the scenes in the game where you can see your arms and things like that, and it's different when you can see a disembodied arm floating in front of you. Like, it's very obviously not you.
Yeah.
Where I felt with the TV, like, I was... Because I actually alternated between watching and playing. And when I was watching it, it actually... And Michael, he commented on it as well. That, like, it felt, like, more tense watching it on the screen than it did actually being in it.
So, actually, one question about how it handles things. So, early in the game, you're attacked by a female character.
Yeah.
And in the game, like, she jumps on you and knocks you to the ground and everything. What happens in VR?
You get knocked to the ground.
So it moves the camera like that, and it just...
Yeah.
But you're still standing.
Well, I was sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't actually... I thought it was going to make me feel really nauseous.
I just... Not even the nausea. I was just thinking, is it effective when the
jumps
getting thrown around?
Yeah, like things like jumping at me did. Like jump scares I felt were much more effective.
I meant more things interacting with your body.
That didn't work as well.
Yeah.
That's what felt really weird. Like that's where it felt like I was looking at a mannequin hand. It didn't feel like it was me. But with the screen, I think because I'm more conditioned to view that as I can project into that easier. That was more impactful. That surprised me with it. I think playing in VR made it feel a bit more like an escape room or something.
Yeah.
Like it just felt more.
It's a little bit more like an abstraction. Like it's like this is. I am in a virtual space doing this. It's not. Yeah. While everything is more solid when it's just a normal experience.
Great to look at. Yeah, like just like being able to like see a space, because you know how like I'm generally terrible at spaces and navigating spaces.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, I'm no good at it, especially playing GTA 5. I need that GPS or I'm screwed. I cannot grok that space at all.
There's quite a few games now that are announcing that they're getting rid of mini maps.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, me too.
I can't do it.
I'm like that with real life.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
But you chuck me in VR, and I feel like I can learn the space a lot better.
Okay.
So I think just because like my brain can understand because I can see depth, I have some better idea of where I am.
I just can't find my way around anywhere in real life.
I relate.
I get lost in the city.
Jesus Christ!
We don't have.
I can't find my way back to Maya Center.
We don't even have a big city.
Like, where am I? There's too many buildings.
I was walking with someone recently, and they go like, "I never know where north is. I just whatever direction I'm facing, I just say that's north." Okay. Then I explained where the sun was right now, the time of day, the time of the year, and everything. It's like okay. So knowing all that information, which way is north? And it's like, It's so easy. Except for IKEA.
But they're designed for
Yeah.
that can
They
be
got arrows on the floor.
Yeah, like I can blast my way through an IKEA, but I have no perception of from the outside where I would be in the building because it's hard to get. And the other thing, when you're driving up around a mountain, going through the winding pass, unless I have a direct view of the sun, I actually have no idea which side of the mountain I'm on. I'm just like I have no idea where I've gone. I'm just going up a mountain. Yeah, it's done.
I think it's something that VR, the one we're talking about before.
Resident Evil?
Oh God, my brain's.
I don't know. What do you?
Let me point to the thing.
Zero latency.
Zero latency. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Zero latency do really well from when we played it. Was that they mess with your sense of space where you are in the game versus where you are in the physical world, and that's how they get away with having you like standing on the roof, like above someone.
Yeah.
So is this down in Melbourne?
This is in Melbourne, yeah. So they kind of tweak where you are in the like physical space versus in the world. So you'll end up in situations where you may be standing side by side, but in the game it looks like you're facing each other.
Oh, okay.
So they can kind of do kind of funny things with like where you are in like in relation to other people.
Okay.
You could be on the ceiling and the person next to you is on the floor.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll need to play it when I'm.
Yeah. Well, they'll beat you.
Well, hopefully. Well, there'll probably still be a while till they launch.
Yeah.
So let's zero latency down in Melbourne this year, maybe.
When's PAX again?
October, I think.
Yes.
End of
very last week of October.
Yeah.
Hype.
Fantastic. Okay, and no, we still got a few other things. Very, very quick note that that they just said there are going to be no game overs in Super Mario Odyssey, which is good because that's a relic that makes no sense with modern game design. Oh, good, I got a game over. What does that mean? Just continue and keep playing. Doomfist has been revealed.
Tell us.
I don't know anything.
Tell us about Doomfist.
I haven't looked into it. I don't really.
So Doomfist is the
it's the
long-awaited
big baddie, but I don't really know anything about.
I was really just disappointed when I saw his design.
Yeah,
he's just so plain in the face. It's like, oh, I feel like because he's a big. He's not doesn't even that big. He's a quite musculous black man with a big metallic fist, and that I noticed. I noticed his big fist, and he's wearing like fighting gi because he's like a punchy fighty guy. I'm like, I can't even think about what his face looks like because I feel like they've been getting so much kick, and this is just me projecting. I have no idea what the actual conversations were. Like they're getting so much kickback on like, especially with like who's the DJ guy? Lucio, like racial choices with his skins and stuff like that. Like it's like we can't do anything too much with Doomfist, or people will think we're like making a comment on his race. I'm like, that's just what I feel. I feel like it's been made plain when this guy should be crazy.
Yeah,
he should be like this super intimidating guy.
We're getting Max Brass in ARMS soon.
Yeah,
and he looks cool and intimidating. He's got a good design.
Yeah, what if I wanted like a strong fighter character? I want like Sagat from Street Fighter with a big giant fist. Like that would be good. Like it's almost the same thing, but just the proportions just stretched out in a more interesting way.
I've got a really hard time buying the Overwatch lore without having a single player game. Oh,
the lore is
it's just there for fans.
Insane. Yeah. Which is both good and bad. It'd be like, okay, like it's nice that it's there and people being serviced and it's Tumblr and we can ship everyone in every way we want. I mean TF2 added more, but it was less serious. The lore
I think I liked the I felt like the TF2 lore that they added kind of like enhanced my experience because it's a bit funny and I learned a little bit more about the relationships between these characters. But I feel like the lore in Overwatch it's like it takes itself pretty seriously.
Quite
Yeah.
seriously, and it also feels like it's pandering to all the shippers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's pandering to just everyone.
Yeah. Well, it's not even necessarily pandering, but it's certainly embracing all the shippers and feeding them.
Yeah.
It's like,
the Valentine's thing between Mercy and Genji. It was like some sort of Swiss chocolate joke because Mercy is from Switzerland.
I don't know what a
Genji's chocolate.
I don't know what a shipper is. What's a shipper?
It's like someone that
puts two characters together in a romantic relationship.
for some reason.
Yeah. You know, like I do with
like you do with
me.
Yeah.
With Paul's erotic
how's your story
fan fiction.
going?
Oh, I haven't
fiction.
finished it up, but it's close. I haven't had the time to finish it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's hard to find an endpoint. It's like do you just stop after like the first part of the story and then like let imagination, or is it a multi-stage thing, or do we just like try to bang out like the entire the entire potential scenario in one hit?
I'm still looking forward to mine.
Well, I mean, it's all good. If you want to sign up to our Patreon, $100 will give you erotic friend fiction from Paul.
$100 a month. Because it's all billed monthly.
I will write I will write erotic fan fiction once a month for
$100. Yeah,
It's true. We also don't have a Patreon, so just send me
We'll set one up though if anyone's willing to pay.
Yeah, if anyone really wants erotic friend fiction,
then we'll get this shit sorted.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way for you to give us money. It's good. I am Tina from Bob's
Yes,
Burgers.
you are.
It's butts.
Oh my gosh.
She's a classic character. Okay,
It's adorable.
Shall I run through some games?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go through my Steam games because I actually have a lot of games that aren't from the Steam sale as well.
Oh, okay.
So let's just hit what I grabbed in the Steam games. A normal lost phone, which you can actually get on phone as well. It's you have picked up a phone and you have its interface and you are trying to find its owner. And it doesn't have any credit, so you can't call anyone on it.
How convenient.
Yes. Of course, the thing was like, well, why don't I just look at the number and call it on my phone? There's like dad right there. So you have to go through you're going through all their text to find passwords to get into things. So it's slowly unraveling this person's life. I think the idea is great.
How's the execution?
The execution is average.
Yeah.
It's okay. You really, really got to care. At no point did they capture me in the story. And I did not finish the game because I just got sick of reading kind of bullshit drama. But of course that I should have known it was going to be bullshit drama because that's what, of course, you'd be looking at.
Yeah.
So like,
Someone else's life.
yeah, I kind of wanted, I don't know, just a little bit more. I don't know. It feels like everything's so directed towards a few things. It feels like it needs more of a scattershot of the life. It's like, there's not that much content in there, and all of it's about the one event and the connected event.
So there's not enough just like periphery. This person has a life. What you'd expect to find.
Which, I mean, it's good because otherwise you're just trawling through endless rubbish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it didn't feel like a genuine phone.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of wanted it to feel a little bit more hackery. And not that I wanted to be technical with it, but I just feel like,
If you're guessing passwords and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And normally most of them are, like, there's a bit of things like, hey, I don't even know, like a few things where it's like dates are passwords. And you get that by like, going, someone's, let's look through the photos and say, hey, and this photo was taken on this date. Stuff like that.
I don't have any passwords that are dates.
Yeah, who does?
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
It's just a terrible way to do
Especially
passwords.
your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything's fingerprint these days.
I do love my fingerprint scanner.
When they first came out, guy in my office decided to work out whether you could just get it to scan your penis to open.
Did it work?
Yes, but only when erect. Which makes it really inconvenient to unlock your phone.
That's why you have multiple fingerprint scans. You just get one of each.
At different levels.
Yeah.
I'm about 30% right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's just continue going through. Probably the game that I might have played the most, I played through the whole thing a couple of hours long, Masochisia. Masochisia. That's probably how it's more pronounced. I hesitate actually to talk a bit about the game because this is a adventure game where you are playing through sort of a fictionalized life story of a famous figure in history of a very, very nefarious character. Now, when I was linked to this game, they were like, hey, here's a game about this person. Only after completing the game did I find out that you're not actually supposed to know that when you play the game.
Okay.
Which
do you think that diminished your experience?
I don't know, because I knew a little bit about this character in history, and you certainly know what the relationships, because everyone in the game is like based on real characters that things happen to. And I suppose I will put this as a trigger warning. It contains relatively direct graphic violence perpetrated by you against minors.
Okay.
I think they actually did it very well. It's supposed to be confronting, and it is. And they didn't go as far as reality, which is good. But it's really interesting because it's not factual in that, like, this is what happened. He grew up and did this. It's like him as a child, and then a fictionalized home life of what things could be and relationships around him, and then sort of spirits talking to you. And the writing is good. I like the writing. The art is really, really nice. It's got a little bit of breaking the fourth wall and everything in it. As a little precursor, it's actually worth not playing the whole game in one sitting like I did, because maybe when you close down the game, things might appear on your computer.
Oh, really?
Fun things like that.
Yeah.
It's it's got a lot of ideas, and I think they pulled out. The worst part is that it's sort of misstyle controls. You walk to the next screen, but you have to scroll through the screens to get to the next arrow, and that scrolls really slowly. So you actually spend most of the time scrolling through screens, waiting to just navigating to the next place you're supposed to go to. So that sort of, the game's probably only like 40 minutes long if you got rid of all the scrolling on
James, do
screens.
you want the puppy?
Oh,
He's very excited.
all right, come on, buddy. Oh,
No one knows how to hold my dog.
there we go.
What's wrong with our way of holding him?
He's so sad
Hey,
now.
buddy.
Oh,
He can't bite me anymore.
he's going to eat the microphone.
Eat the microphone,
now.
dog.
Eat the mic.
Mike.
Okay, Masochisia. I do recommend it if you're interested in sort of a historical figure and kind of a quirky adventure game that plays quite easily.
Okay. How long did it take you to get through?
It probably took me about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So pick it up cheap. But I believe it is normally cheap anyway, even if it's not on Steam sales. Because all these things, most of these games that I picked up were only like $1 or less.
Yeah.
Fun game, OVIVO, which is just a switching between black and white. You're a black and white character, and as you change colors, you'll then sort of flip through to the other side. So think of it like both levels of water, and so you'd be buoyant on each side.
Oh, okay,
so you actually end up having to get like momentum flicking between the two.
Okay, that's cool.
And the whole world is like a single piece of this big abstract painting, and it's actually really fun to navigate. I mean, not a lot to say about it. Just like it's a really fun mechanic, really well put together. OVIVO.
Terrible name. I didn't even know how to pronounce that.
Well, I think it's because it's inverse. So it's a palindrome. So it's supposed to be like same on the same side.
I kind of
like
get it.
Inverse. Yeah.
It's a terrible name.
It's okay. I played 2 platformers about squids.
Oh, really?
Squids.
I played an Octonaut Odyssey and 4-sided fantasy. But no, not 4. That's not the other one. Was I don't even have it there. Airscape it was called. I didn't see. I've got games I don't even listed here. So an Octonaut Odyssey. So you're a little squid and you've crash landed on a planet. And you can't jump or anything.
Yeah.
You do get jumping later in the game, but
Spoilers.
you navigate have 2. Well, it's 2 buttons, but they really just do the same thing. That change the height of the ground in the world, but it's not like you get to choose what part. Just parts of the world are basically on a cycle, and so these 2 buttons go either forwards or backwards in the cycle. So
So it's like a wave that you're adjusting the amplitude or something like that?
So you'll get into an environment and then you will just like you'll just by manipulating it see what the Earth does. There's a lot of weird characters on the world. So there's a drunkard that just seems like Arthur from the film Arthur. He's like, oh, you want a drink? And he just sticks a bottle in your octopus helmet and then the game gets all drunk.
Nice.
And that's like a common challenge where he gets you drunk and then you have to get through the environments. Very simple. I wouldn't highly recommend it, but it's a quirky little one. The other one...
Would you recommend it for 30 cents?
Yeah. It's a fun little time distractor. It's not super long. Probably, I don't know, an hour and a half. I think it's a small game. And Airscape, which was the other octopus one, which also you seem to have a helmet and you're running around environments. It's very much a game about like a 2D like Mario Galaxy. So, first thing, if you're anything like me, you will get motion sick within 2 seconds. This game is painful to play. The camera constantly spins. It keeps you oriented upwards, which means the world constantly spins around you as you run around a corner. And you can turn that off.
Okay. Did it solve your sickness problems?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can turn it down so that the world will like not turn instantly. It'll like lag behind you. And that helped a little bit. But once I turned it off entirely, solved it. The game's but it totally changes the kind of game it is. It's technically 2 platformers at that point because one of them is one where you're like the world is navigating around you, and one of them is you navigating around the world. Which are quite different, which is kind of fun. That said, it's still a totally average platformer beyond that. But I like the idea that by having that option in there, they've kind of made 2 games. One that makes me throw up and one that doesn't. But yeah, other than that, it's just a very standard platformer. Four-Sided Fantasy, however, was a very well put together platform.
Is that the one where you have to the window of the game itself is part of the mechanics?
Yes. So I've seen this for ages. I just didn't actually pick it up. It was on my wish list of things to grab, and when it down to like $1, I was like, okay. Four-Sided Fantasy, very basic. You just have a button that stops the window from scrolling, and then the edges become live and they scroll. So if you run off the left-hand side while holding down the button, you'll come in on the right-hand side. And obviously things can block that, and they spend no time, they waste no time getting into the game. They're just like, just start running, problem, okay, you understand that mechanic now, moving on. They keep throwing new mechanics at you, keep going.
How do they push it past the original?
You have areas where you can't pass through, like they'll have barriers that you have to get keys for. So it basically becomes big geometric puzzles. Even just basically... Yeah, but lots of things that can insta-kill you, so you have to find ways to navigate through. I was surprised at how much they could find solutions to it. Because
do they do stuff with like momentum and...
Yes, very much so. So like I even I don't know how well explained. So you need to get up a ledge on that side, and there's no way to jump up on that side. But on the other side, you can jump up that high, but that side's off the screen. It's not wide enough. So you end up jumping off that side, coming in that side, releasing it so the screen moves, and then you can just move a little bit to the right, and like it's terrible description. But it's sort of like it does require dexterity, but at the same time, not a high level of dexterity. If you understand, at least at this, I haven't finished the game, as I say, but I'm like probably a bit more than halfway through from what I can tell from achievements. It's... At no point did I solve it and then have trouble pulling off the solution. And like I'm decent at platformers, but I'm not amazing. And it's kind of good because at the beginning they showed it to me, and I'm just holding down the run button nonstop. I don't have to stop to think about any puzzle, and I'm like, well, I guess this is the game. And then 5 minutes after that, it's like, oh, I'm starting to actually get puzzles now. I have to stop. I have to think. Cool. It's actually I would recommend that one. I'm going to skip a couple of things. Hellgirls, interest of all of us. It's a sexy game.
Oh, I like sexy games.
It's a sexy game. It's anime sexy, and it's a match 3. Well, it's not even a match 3. It's a gem matching game.
Honey Pop?
How Honey Pop is it?
Not very. Oh. It's more Puzzle Quest.
Okay.
But with cute girls.
With cute girls, and like straight up, they've got the story. In the story, the dialogue is so brief.
But it's there.
They're just like, say, oh, you sexy girls, we better fight these monsters. Quick, they're coming. And like, oh no, I'm a sexy girl. And it's like, end of dialogue. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't have to hitting continue for 5 minutes.
That's amazing.
This is fantastic. Okay. Thank you. Like, still funny dialogue, but just not drawn out. Yeah. Get in there, the actual match 3, the matching mechanics, it's Puzzle Quest, it's what you select. So it's either an attack or a magic, or you're getting resources, turn-based with that.
How do the gems look? Are they nice and clear?
The gems are nice and clear. Everything's very, very readable. What I liked was each girl, and you might be able to help me out because you've played more gem matching games than me. So there's 3 main girls, each with different layers of lingerie, I'm sure. But like the first like full screen picture is just like them being attacked by a monster, and the girl is just like still wearing underwear but full legs spread, like pointing right at the camera, like, oh no, they're coming. Like, yep, it's a horny game.
Oh my gosh.
in a fun horny game way if you're into a horny game. I've got another horny game too, which isn't as
I
good.
can't wait.
But that wasn't Steam sales. This is a full price game. But anyway, what I liked was each of the girls have basically an ability. One will be like clear an area or clear a row, clear a column, that sort of thing. And it took me a while to actually understand what the main gameplay mechanic is. So obviously, the more gems you can get in a match, the higher the attack or the resource gathering. That's the standard.
That's the normal. Yep.
But what they do is that once you get 4 or more, the very last gem in your match line becomes a spell book.
Okay.
And the more powerful that spell will be, depending on how many you had in a row. So it's like, oh, I got a level 4 spell book here, which will now do a really powerful attack.
Yep.
So it matters not just how many you get in a row, but then where you finish, because then if you use that spell book as like a wild card in another match, then that spell book is activated. So the fact that there's 3 different main abilities from each of these girls, and they can be upgraded as with money and everything about the game, it just adds that extra level of, oh, I can actually place something on the grid of varying power, and I might want to something that's not that. I might want to do a bunch of small ones and then chain them together to do something. So it added that extra level to the gem matching. I'm like, I haven't actually seen this.
Yeah, you can have ones where like you get 5 in a row and it'll generate like a power gem or something like that.
Which is similar to that from the sounds of it. Yeah. But will it be if you get a longer match? Will it give you a more powerful power gem?
It depends. I have seen that before.
I don't know if it's 100%, but I haven't seen it before. And it seems like it's a really solid gem match game, and it's a horny game with horny
I will
girls.
definitely have to check this out. Was Hell Girls, was it?
Hell Girls.
Hell Girls, okay, I need to check this one out.
And I lost some matches relatively early in the game. I was like, oh, so you're not a pushover either.
And it's all that's the standard puzzle quest thing where sometimes you do just get a bad board.
I think I also just didn't understand what I was doing particularly. Yeah. And like I actually had to be a little bit more cautious. Yeah. So that one was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Shrouded in Sanity.
Shrouded in Sanity or Shrouded in Sanity?
Shrouded in Sanity.
Okay.
It's Bloodborne in 2D.
Oh.
Like,
that's a good pitch.
Really, really, really wearing its inspiration just right out there. So you've got a gun, you got your sword, you've been woken up to come and...
Pixel art?
Very pixel arty. It's like they want you to stagger with the gun and parry and... Problem is, it plays like bullshit.
Oh, is it one of those games which is really art heavy?
But no, I mean it has decent art, but it's very heavily pixelated.
Yeah.
It's not like nice pixel art; it's decent pixel art. But it just you've got to be able in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. You've got to be able to read what the enemies are doing, and you've got to have a feel of like your positioning and everything. And in 2D, and it's like a brawler style side angle. They did not find the match of it. It plays okay, but enough that I just get frustrated by things not playing properly, and not because I'm failing, but because it's not working how I think it should work. Yeah, it's certainly no fucking Dead Cells. But it's like the actual atmosphere is really cool, and they've got a lot of fun like characters around, and like sort of look like clock tower-ish like enemies and everything with giant scissors and shit. And yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't recommend it. And Death's Hangover's fun, but it was a fun side scroll. It's like 2D fighter called Verdict Guilty, which you're just playing cops and shit, and you got like handcuff moves. It's
okay. So you have to not kill them. You have to.
Yeah, that's the same company that made Death's Hangover, which is like a breakout game, but with a story. Oh my god, it's horny too.
Oh, okay.
Actually, all their games are a bit horny because I had another one from them. I can't remember what it was, but you're like 2 spirits that have been sent to... You're having to clear some demon from this tower or something.
Yeah.
But when you're put into physical bodies, you're put into 2 sexy girls.
Oh, no.
So you're 2 guys. And it reminds me of Sisyphus, although it's not... I suppose you're hitting a boulder. But you're pushing around a giant... Yeah. It's Breakout. So you're pushing around this giant tablet thing to hit this boulder to like kill enemies and break out.
Okay.
Thing is like... And you're just 2 guys in sexy girl bodies. I'm like, this is... It was crazy. It's fun. I like a weird like breakout or pinball game with a story and like an actual like challenging.
I get
narrative.
like some kind of a bit of a '90s vibe from that. Like some.
Oh, it's so yeah. It's fun. is fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And there, a few other things. Probably actually some of these things we'll probably touch on when we do a multiplayer day soon. Actually, one that I didn't put there that we will play more of it, I thought was super interesting. There's a game called 12 Orbits. Okay. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't.
It's an up to 12 player game, but it's one button per person. Which means
so you can be on the same controller, but you just get one button.
Yep, you can and all you do is you say, okay, it's up, says players, so you just hit this controller says push which button you want. I'll have that button.
Okay, so just pick whatever button
you want. So you
just
pick any button you want. So you could have 12 people on one controller if you wanted, or a mixture of controllers or keyboard and all these sort of things. And it's just it's a game about going around sort of orbits around pegs. So think Rotastic and stuff like that, which I know you weren't a big fan of, but this is far more readable actually. So you're all just a dot moving around.
Yep.
And you go in a straight line, and if you then hit your button when you're inside the circle around one of these things, you'll go around in a circle around it.
Okay.
And if there's a little dot in there and you touch it, it becomes a bullet for you and just starts infinitely bouncing around the screen. And if you hit the button again, you'll zoom out at that angle and you go straight until you go into another orbit, which is hitting your button again. So the button just takes you in and out of these orbits. And if you're not near an orbit, it just gives you a little boost for a second. So you have to get bullets for your side while avoiding everyone else's.
Okay.
It's so readable.
Yeah.
It's so simple, and we have to do it. I've only tested it with one other person, and it was fun with 2 people.
So with 12?
With 12, it must be fantastic. But I think it might work with 12 because it's literally you're all just dots.
Yeah.
And you're just avoiding dots that aren't your color. And it plays well for a one-button game. That's one less than dive kick. That's just kick.
I'd forgotten about Dive Kick.
Dive Kick's a great game.
Dive Kick was amazing.
It is an amazing fighter. I know. It always feels unfair when I just keep asking Amy, have you played Dive Kick with us?
Dive Kick.
Dive Kick!
I think it kind of exited the kind of co-op or multiplayer rotation for some reason.
We'll put it back in.
Yeah, we should.
We can play it on the Vita right now.
Could.
Let's do it.
I'll eventually come over to one of the games nights. One day.
One day.
If you're in Brisbane, probably the 29th.
Just come around Paul's place.
Just come around my place. If you know where it is. If you know where my house is, you're welcome. Don't look it up. No, you're not. None of you are invited.
Aww.
You're invited.
Okay.
You're invited.
I'll think I leave that now. I mean, that's a lot of games. I've still got a lot of other games.
You played a lot of things, man.
I played a shitload in the last 2 weeks.
You played a spreadsheet amount.
Even on here, I broke my games into different areas just to try and get there. Anyway, so some games that we saw this week.
Yes.
I think the first one to talk about is Fight Night. Fight Night is
the punchy one.
Is Punch-Out crossed with an old school first-person dungeon crawler.
Yeah, like turn-based dungeon crawler. Now, at least the movement is kind of cell-based.
Yes, it's grid-based, yeah. So this is on Kickstarter. It has already passed its goal, partly because what they did was they released a demo. And did you play the demo,
I didn't
James?
play the demo. Did you play the demo?
I would very highly recommend playing this demo because, in fact, the demo actually hurt the game greatly for me. Not because it's not good. In fact, I'd say the demo is amazing. But the demo was actually quite long.
Oh, so you think you're done?
I might have played enough Fight Night.
Well, is that because there's not far to go with the idea? Like, are they kind of...
I don't know. They need to sell me on that a little bit more. So it's the setup is you've landed at this new town and the town has a tower above it and you must go up the tower to defeat the ancient evil. You can only punch. You first run into a guard and he says, "Why are you not holding a sword? Here, take this sword," after he gets knocked down. You literally, the sword breaks when you touch it. You've been cursed. You can only use fists to punch things. And I
thought you interact with shopkeepers like that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Your only interaction in the game is punching things. You open doors by punching things. You talk to people by punching them. You pick things up by punching them. Everything is a punch, 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 punch. And weirdly, it's a very pixelated. I'd say, it's probably an 8-bit color palette.
Yeah, I'd put it somewhere in the early 90s or late 80s.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, maybe it's a small square in the 80s.
Yeah. And you're moving grid-based through a dungeon, and there's puzzles and how you navigate it, and you're slowly unlocking it to get up to other levels, and some of the levels you can fall between and things like that. And weirdly, even with this very basic aesthetic, when you encounter an enemy, it's still an instance we're going into a fight now. And the fights are great. The fights are you'll open up and I mean the first one's just against skeleton, but most
you
fights
said Skellington.
Skellington.
Jack Skellington, he does it. But
It's the new ballad.
The Ballad of the Skellington.
the Ballad of the Skellington.
I'd play that.
But most of the encounters are against multiple enemies. So you might have fighters at the front, and then at the back you've got creatures hurling missiles and stuff like that. So the game is about punching things when they're open, then dodging, both ducking back, going left and right, and the environments are normally two columns. So you might have to deal with two monsters at once. That one's about to punch, so you jump over and punch him in the face, and everything flashes before they punch. It's all very readable.
It's got kind of fairly modern like camera twists, and they juice the shit out of it.
As much as we were saying like old school, the movement and the presentation of this is as slick and modern as you can get.
What I like is that you look at it and you've got the kind of the aesthetics of the fists at the bottom. It looks like something to be very static, but then as soon as there's motion. It's like it's moving around, smooth. So it's just a really nice mix of this really old school art, but with all this modern kind of kineticism to how everything moves around.
And I found because I was mentioning motion sickness, because there's so much bobbing and weaving and like things that move the camera around, you can turn it all way down. Oh, okay. So I turned everything basically off because I've been playing for a while. And I was feeling a little bit off. So I'm like, okay, well let's see what the game is like. Weirdly, still super smooth and super like. It probably takes a little bit of the style out. But it's still very modern, even with all that stuff turned off. There are still a couple of fights where I don't really know how to beat them properly.
Oh, it's a trick to them?
Not really. There's just the combinations which are really overwhelming, and like I sort of might get through, but I did not do. Yeah. Like normally, I can get through most fights at this point. At the end of the demo, without taking a hit. It's like yeah. It's like, no, this is really owning me still. Like there's still things to surprise me that I have to learn skills and everything for. And as I say, the demo was I played it for a couple of hours.
That's a long demo.
Yeah. It's got a lot of content and it feels really, really good. And it looks great. And it's being made one way or another, whether you kick it, back it or not at this point. Highly, highly recommended. And check out the demo. It's just on itch.io. And it looks great and it plays really well. And it's literally a game I've never played before. Yeah. Which is fun.
Well, Dungeon Crawler
Punch Out. Yeah.
Like that doesn't exist.
And you punch so much.
It's a new thing.
Like, you just punch him in the face. Yeah. It's good.
No, I had that coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brief mention.
No, that one. No, too far.
Brief mention to the game Outreach, which is a gone home in space again.
Okay, yep.
But this time, I'm only mentioning because maybe they're going to do it right. Maybe. Unlike fucking Adrift, what a terrible game that is, or something like that. And
actually, no, I remember Adrift. I thought was all right.
No, you didn't. You hated it. You hated it so much. You're like, Paul, you need to play this to see how much bad it is.
Oh wait, I'm trying to remember. Clearly I didn't hate it enough for it to burn itself.
You might have been thinking about whatever Zero.
Oh, Event Zero.
Event Zero.
Okay, something. No, Drift was the one. Yeah, I was mixing up.
I was shocked at how bad Adrift was.
I was mixing it up with Event Zero, which Event Zero was quite good.
Yeah. So Outreach is abandoned. Well, an event has happened. Space station.
Yeah.
A Russian space station.
Okay.
And they've come out. They've made a particular point of no weird supernatural happenings. 100% based on just like shit that we could actually happen.
Oh, okay. All right.
A realist one. This could be good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out and say it will be, but I'm like, oh, good. Let's not get too much bullshit. Let's just investigate and like have a nice small environment to actually tell a story.
I like the idea that if I'm on a space station, I'm already like if it was an English-speaking space station, I'm already kind of screwed. Like you throw in that make it Russian, I'm now really screwed. I'm not figuring any shit out.
Those Ruskis. Okay. Other games we saw. Thief of Thieves, which is based on a comic book by Robert Kirkman.
I don't know that guy.
I know that guy. He did Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is another company.
I know something.
Yay!
Another company doing comic book based name. Now this is very comic book presentation, very story driven. It will be episodic, and the gameplay aspects are a stealth heisty game.
Okay.
But it's weird with like an isometric.
And you steal from thieves?
I don't really know the storyline of it. Yeah. Toast is eating the table.
Hey, Toast. Nom 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 nom. Hey, buddy. He does like eating delicious table.
There, you stop now. Okay. So it looks like I was sort of like, I mean, when you have a fixed perspective, stealth can be difficult.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what is this developer? I think they're called Rascal, or something along those lines, and they made a game called The Detail, which is a comic book game.
Yep.
Which I already owned.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
It's like, let's go in and find it. And I have several feelings on it. First up,
How many of them are positive?
most of them.
Okay.
Which made me positive about
Yeah.
the Thief of Thieves, and I'm pretty sure it was a good way to start. So the presentation of the game at the start is very, very comic book, sort of like remember the TV show The Max?
Yes.
And how when it presented its animation, it presented it like comic book frames. This is similar to their treatment. It's very much an animated comic book as it's going through, and then it does Telltale style interactions. Like there's a fight early in the game, and it's straight up like, "Oh, will you grab this bottle? Will you do that?" Like, click on the thing. Except it's static, and it's a comic book page, and you click on it, and you know what? Doesn't hurt it at all.
Okay.
It made me think Telltale's wasting their time with all this animation. Their animation is shit. They could just use stills, and it could be just as good. And so I played through the intro, and I thought, this presentation is great. This is fantastic. And then I found out it's a point-and-click adventure game, and that sucks. Mainly because you actually have to physically walk around the environment as an old-school point-and-click adventure game. And the main character walks super slow. I'm like, you know what? As someone that grew up and I love adventure games, I don't need the walking around bit anymore.
I can lose that bit.
Just straight up like cut that character out of the scene and just have me click on the things and immediately interact with them. I don't need it anymore. So that was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But that aspect of the game is there. Presentation wise and ideas wise and writing wise, these guys really seem to have some chops. So I would be looking forward to Thief of Thieves if I were me. And I am.
You are
so
you. So you will look forward to it.
Yeah. That's good to be there. I think that was all in my games we saw.
Cool.
Bunch of stuff.
Yeah. You been doing anything much, Amy?
No.
Just Zelda? 150
No,
hours?
I actually haven't even played anything this week. I've just sort of been... I don't know what I've been doing.
Have you downloaded...
Existing.
Yeah, essentially.
Have you downloaded Splatoon 2's...
I have not.
Oh, I haven't.
So this isn't a global test fire that's happening this weekend. If you have a Switch, go to the store, download the Splatfest, Splatoon 2. This is a full-on Splatfest. This is when we have a fight, and you have like basically the full game to play for a weekend. Well, at least that the multiplayer for Splatfest.
It might actually push me over the edge because I want it, but it's like it's Splatoon, and how much will I play it?
I'm well over the edge.
I'm well sold on
Yeah.
Splatoon,
It's like when we first heard about it, we were like, what's this thing doing to really justify it? No, it's done plenty.
No,
Like,
I love Splatoon on the Wii U. It's just sort of, I don't know, I want to play it on the Switch because I didn't really play it too much on the Wii U because I had to be tethered to a TV basically.
Yeah. Now you don't.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
really-
know.
And they've got a cool single player and a cool horde mode and more multiplayer. Anyway,
I've seen some really good fan art.
and if you download it now, even though you can't start playing the game, you can make a character and go through your tutorial and explore the hub world.
Yeah.
So there's actually stuff to do now, which normally you can't do anything before.
And
the
you got
thing's
ice
finished.
cream or cake?
Okay, we'll say it at the same time.
Ice cream.
Cake.
None of us went even near the same time.
No.
But apparently Amy's the only one that's not cake.
I don't really like cake compared to ice cream.
I thought about it, like which one do I eat
Yeah.
the most? And
Ice cream is the one that I will eat the most because cake, it just sort of...
See, but I think ice cream, like you can have good ice cream and it's not that hard to get. But I think good cake is a bit rarer.
Yeah.
And when I get a good cake, I really appreciate that good cake.
That's the problem. I can't find good cake that easily.
You
See,
need to find some better places to get cake.
I
do.
want them together, but
like
if I
Cheesecake
had to
Shop,
choose,
but,
if I was like at a party and they said you could either have a piece of this delicious cake or a scoop of this delicious ice cream, I'd definitely.
I'm going
do
the cake. Though I tell you, I'll go bad ice cream before bad cake. Like I think average ice cream is still all right. Average cake, nah.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess.
I might need a glass of milk to go with it.
with the cake.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I mean, shit, almost any cake. But you know what I need with my bowl of ice cream? You might know this about me, James. What do I need to chase my bowl of ice cream?
Pickles? I don't know.
Glass of water. There's something about post ice cream water.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you did that.
I find so delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
It's
get
like,
that.
Yeah, it's like it feels like thicker and
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
It's the best glass of water you've ever drunk.
It's just mostly I've got some Ben and Jerry's in the freezer. It's still maybe I should eat that. It's very good.
See, but ice
Triple
cream.
fudge.
If you mix cake into ice cream, it's awesome. But if you have an ice cream cake, it's okay.
I love ice cream cake. I get a Freddo Frog one. My birthday. It's great.
I've never had a Buffalo Bill.
Ever?
I know. I've been meaning
Never
to take
had
him
one.
out for one, but
No. We can't ruin it now.
I know because
you have
they're
to
not
eat
even that real good.
You have to eat his nose.
It's not good bubble
Look,
gum.
Yeah, it's made of terrible bubblegum.
I'll eat it if you can get me the aggro ones.
Oh, they're hard to track down these days.
Amy, do you know aggro?
Jamie Dunn.
Oh, the movie?
No.
I think you're thinking Argo, which is a very
Oh, that would be. That's
a
the
very
most amazing
different thing.
crossover. We need to do that. Aggro was a perverted puppet that used to do children's television in Australia when James and I were youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always felt bad for Anne Marie because I'm pretty sure she was sexually assaulted.
Oh,
on every episode.
I am almost guaranteeing it.
Oh, well.
That's going to be our next Hey Dad, Aggro's Cartoon Connection.
Jamie Dunn. I wonder what he's doing with himself these days.
I know, but you know Fat Cat, and you know how Fat Cat was like a sex offender.
Yeah.
You know that's just bullshit.
Oh, really?
And Fat Cat is still going.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
I thought there was like the death of Fat Cat and
nope.
all imaginary and in my head.
So Fat Cat was really big in Western Australia.
yeah.
And was actually it's like been shipped between channels, and for a while was like the mascot of one of the big channels. Right? And I believe may still actually be a functional mascot to this day.
Wow. It's funny how there's like these collective, like incorrect like stories.
Yeah, like Retro Gear and the Gerbil.
Yeah. It's just they're not true, but everyone believes them.
Yeah.
Lemmy Winks.
Yeah, the whole people believing the Earth is flat thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
Miguel
largely
Angel, it's like-
bullshit.
If the
Yeah.
Earth was flat, the cats would have pulled everything off by now.
Exactly. Just the other day, there was posting on Reddit about the old story about how they spent millions of dollars developing the pen.
Oh, with the pencil, the Russians use
Yeah,
the
the
pencil.
Russians use
But it's actually
pencil.
a really legit reason.
Yeah, it's
And
like, no, pencil graphite causes
Yeah.
a real major problem in
and
space.
there was like someone who like invested his own money
yeah,
into like making
and,
like
and NASA paid like 30 cents a pen.
like this really altruistic move because pencils in space were a real problem. I think the witch burning apparently.
So that was apparently-
No one was burned.
Yeah, another bullshit
One
one.
person was crushed and one, and then the other.
So was
died
the
in prison.
pen thing real? I never
I mean,
really looked
they
into it.
developed a pen, but yes, it was not a thing where the Russians just used a pencil. They were solving the problem of pencils being
Okay.
bad in space.
Yeah.
And NASA did not spend millions developing it. A individual spent millions making it. It's,
and it probably saved lives.
yeah. Yes, probably very directly saved lives. Okay, so other games. Let's talk about some. Can I talk about some bigger games I was playing?
All right.
I've been playing Death Squared on the the Switch.
So the Wii U 2.
So the
3.
Death Squared is already out on PC and PS4.
How is it
and-
on Switch?
It's pretty much the same. It's
Yeah.
it's a multiplayer. It's a co-op puzzle solving game where you control some blocks. You can do it with either 2 blocks, which you can just do as a single person, which is how I was playing it. And there's also puzzles for 4 players at once,
Yep.
which could be 4 people or 2 people controlling 2 blocks each, or 1 person that really, really, really likes their own company. The game has the same problems of even back like when we first played it like a year or so before it came out, which is it's physics based. It's even though it's all a tile based game, you physics the boxes over, which means sometimes I think I solve puzzles just by like physicsing them out of the way without doing it properly. But also sometimes you'll just get knocked off things and it's a little bit frustrating.
Try and suffers a bit from that,
That's
right?
it.
A little bit physicsy.
Yeah, sort of differently. There's normally an easy way to get back and try and Death Squared just like you have to restart the puzzle if that happens. Which is fun to troll people sometimes. There's plenty of trolling in the game. So it's more fun with multiple people. And even then, like, it wasn't a major problem. But I can see it pissing off some people. Just good solid puzzle design, except now I'm like right near the end of the game and I'm pretty sure I know the solution to this puzzle and it's not working.
Oh, might be bugged.
I'm running to the depth to find out. Because weirdly, even though the game's been out for, I don't know, best part of a year, I can find no walkthroughs on the entire game at that point.
Well, that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah, it's like, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
It's like, and it was fun. Like, I am legitimately enjoying my time with it. So, anyway. So Death Squared, good, like, it's good trolling each other co-op puzzle game. Yeah.
I played a bit of Diablo 3 this week. They had the Necromancer expansion that came out.
How's that going?
So, for its price, it is way too expensive.
What is its price?
It's like 22 Australian dollars. For what you get is the new Necromancer class. You get that. And then a bunch of cosmetic stuff, which I don't really care about, like portraits and.
So get anything for Heroes of the Storm?
No, it's actually all
you don't get an
Diablo
Overwatch
3
spray?
stuff. No, nothing like that. Which actually surprises me a bit. Like I thought they'd have more deal sweeteners put in there. I was kind of skeptical at playing. I don't know if you played much Diablo 3.
No, I haven't played any.
Really, the only person who's played much of it, isn't it? That's okay though. So I was kind of expecting the Necromancer.
I want to play it. I just haven't.
I was kind of expecting the Necromancer would be like there's a character called the Witch Doctor. And the Witch Doctor is the like with Diablo 3 was sort of like the instead of the Necromancer, which was a really iconic class in Diablo 2, they kind of had the Witch Doctor. And the Witch Doctor felt alright, but now they've gone back to kind of like, let's, give this kind of classic back to the fans. And I was worried that the Necromancer would be very much like the Witch Doctor.
Yep.
And it's not. Like, it definitely feels really unique to play. They've got this kind of these two mana systems in there. Like, you've got like the mana through playing, you earn up like a resource that you spend on your stuff. But the big one is the corpse explosion. So, corpse explosion. So, or use corpses. So, whenever you kill things, they drop a corpse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you can then use them for free to do different things. And it's like make them explode or summon armies or summon spikes and things like that. The big one's the corpse explosion because that's a really iconic one from Diablo 2. And
so you just get a massive army of the dead and then have suicide bombers.
Oh, but it's like they're already dead. They're already on the ground.
But
Yeah.
Can
you can have skeleton armies and things. Like they do a good job of like skeleton armies. They do a good job like playing with the kind of the fantasy of like, raising their dead and things like that. And I really enjoy playing it. I really enjoy playing the Witch Doctor. Sorry, the Necromancer. I really enjoy playing the Necromancer.
Yeah.
But all they've added is a new class. And while the new class does feel like I'm playing something different and new, they haven't really added too much else to the game.
So there's nothing really new to play.
Yeah, like they've had like a new area that they added just for free, so everyone can play it. But they don't really add much in the way of story content. They still add new tile sets. And I think for the asking price, like if I'm dropping $20 on something,
you want something.
Like I just want a bit
special.
more. Like I want them to just start giving me like a little bit more story. I don't know, just something. It just seems like
another act or something.
Yeah, or even just a little mini act. I don't know, I don't know what, but just
a fun dungeon called a Fungeon.
I play that a lot.
Okay, so it's like trampoline floors and.
Jumping around.
Laser tag.
Yeah.
Zero latency.
Actually, it's 200 ping.
I hate you.
What did you think about my Necromancer talk?
That's fine. I was listening. I was just trying to settle my dog.
His headphones got unplugged, so he wasn't listening to all of it.
Well, no, when the headphones unplug, you just sound like a regular person instead of me hearing through the...
I'm like everywhere, omnipotent.
Yeah.
I don't kind of recommend buying it. Just because if you're really into Diablo 3, but
it's how old is it of a game now?
Not as old as GTA 5.
No, 4 years. I don't know, maybe longer.
I thought it was a bit older than that.
Maybe it's older than
I'm
that.
not sure.
I actually feel it might be a little bit longer. But the value proposition's not really there.
Well, actually, that was one of the things when like age of things. I feel like I just don't understand time at all anymore. Because someone said that with Evil Genius 2, that it's been 8 years since Evil Genius. I'm like.
That's been longer than that.
No fucking way. It's been like 15 years since Evil Genius. I'm like,
how long?
We should check.
You look it up?
We should check? I'll check.
I'm going to guess at least 12.
Okay.
Like that's what do you reckon?
I don't know.
Paul's phone is talking.
What is going on? I haven't done anything.
Why is your phone making noises? It's saying so many things.
It's still talking.
Yeah.
But I don't understand it. I've just looked up Evil Genius and it's still talking about something else.
Is your phone possessed? Is it done?
Could be. Evil Genius came out. Yes. It's 2004. That person said 8 years was a fucking liar.
Lies.
Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
That's
good. Okay. Well, that's good. Diablo 3, Rise of the Necromancer.
Still there.
It's good old Witch Doctor. Okay, so should we talk about the other horny game I played?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so
Cute anime girls?
I played for review. As in it was sent to me to review, and I will not
Aw.
review it.
Yeah.
It is Valkyrie Drive.
Yes, I still admit.
Bikkhuni. It is such an amazing load of crap. It is hilarious.
Okay.
I actually forced Sam to watch the anime with me. It
So-
was just gold.
So you can correct some of my telling of the story here.
I haven't actually played it.
No,
but
well,
the
it's the
anime's a little bit
same universe, I'd
like
imagine.
yeah, it's same universe, but the anime was sort of based on different characters, from what I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. I think there's different islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this one was mermaid or something.
So, in this terrible world,
Yes.
young girls get infected with a disease. Let's call it honey AIDS.
Okay.
And they get sent to these islands
Yeah.
to help cure them of honey AIDS because some people have found a way of combating it. But the only way to combat honey AIDS is to partake in combat because this disease turns you into a weapon. And the only way of keeping that weapon under control
Do you know how?
is to fight each other.
Do you know how the weapons are brought out? Do you want to tell?
I may not have got that far in the story. I don't remember. At least it's not in the intro.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently, in the anime at least, they sort of had to, what was it? Sort of arouse the weapon, basically, and the girl will turn into a weapon, like a sword or gun or something.
Oh, I haven't had any of
Okay.
that in the game yet.
How much you played?
I don't know, an hour.
Okay.
So it's a fighting game. It's a brawler.
great.
It's
Yeah.
a brawler, and like straight up. So it has one of those things where, like, when they switch to a model, the breast physics kick in.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, so they bounce about
Yeah.
like that much. You know, like you know, Amy, you know how breasts just go like that constantly.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're just talking, you're talking about, don't you grope me? It's like, I'll grope whoever I want. It's like, well, if you're going to grope my sister, I'm going to grope you. And this is dialogue verbatim I'm going in. But the best thing about this horrendous, which starts every time it cuts back to a model,
Yeah.
it's like, time to reset them up here, and then boing, and they may stop bouncing after the end of the scene, but it's time to start again. But because they all like using the same reference, they're all bouncing in sync.
It's amazing.
It's so fucking terrible. And yeah, so it literally, like, one of the things you do, like, you go up to these robots and they check they check your breast to see if you're ready to do this extra challenge. So the robots straight away go into the boobs, and then you're, oh yes, going into the challenge area. Okay.
Thank you,
And
Japan.
as you fight, like, clothes get torn, so everyone like, oh no, I've become in my underwear again. This happens every fight. I wonder how. And the fighting is very simplistic, brawling, which has not captured me yet.
Yeah.
And the story is so incredibly stupid that I enjoyed.
But
it
honestly,
for a
you
very
there for the
brief
story.
time. No, but even for masturbation material, like, but like it's like, well, that's kind of the problem.
I'm just there to laugh at it.
Yeah, but you know how I was
great.
talking about how Hellgirls are just like, oh, here, let's fight some nerds. He goes, done. Okay, yes, I like my boobs too. Done. It's like, this is just like paragraphs and paragraphs of endless dialogue about nothing.
This is kind of what I am dreading because I'm trying. Can I talk about the panel that we're talking about doing?
I don't know exactly what we're doing for any of it yet. It's still
Okay,
being
well,
worked out.
I'll
So
just sort of. I've been trying to play some more visual novels.
Sexy
and,
anime games,
Yes, and it's just lots and lots and lots of paragraphs.
yeah, that's like
I love reading, but
yeah, but it's that there's so much repetition. Like it's dialogue for the sake of dialogue without adding anything. That's why I really loved the Panic at Multiverse High game that I reviewed last year and everything, because it's super witty and every line is like written with a purpose and it has a great pace to it. And like even when I'm playing like Danganronpa or something, which is good fun, it's like I do spend half the time just hitting next on it because I just scan the dialogue for it's like, is there anything of importance here? No.
yeah, I love the story in that though.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, like I like the story, but the dialogue is trash.
That's
and
just
it's the
they're
style.
trying to be teenagers.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I tell the same story a lot, but I feel like our conversations can move on most of the time.
Yeah.
Hi, James. I'm not feeling too good today. Oh, that's not good. I heard you weren't feeling very well. It's like, it's true. I'm not feeling
But how are
very
you
well.
feeling?
That's just
Paul?
bad translation.
Not well.
Oh.
Well, it might be, but it's still just going on about the same topic. And yeah, I mean, it being potentially the translator's fault, it's still, that's the one I'm reading. And I don't know. Someone would really have to describe to me how that conversation got more interesting in Japanese.
Yeah. Meh.
I mean, it's sometimes I feel like that because I was very much a subs only, never dubs kind of anime watcher growing up. I think it's just because I can excuse anything because I don't know.
Oh yeah, you don't know if it's bad acting.
Yeah, I can't tell if a Japanese actor is shit. I mean, I can in a motion picture, like in film thing, because I can see their face. And
you can see them emote.
Yeah, but if I'm just watching the same animation and I'm just hearing words I don't understand, as long as they're doing the general tone correctly, it's fine. I can't tell. You get away with a lot. Actually, one of the things I thought was interesting. So I watched Okja.
I watched it too. Made me hungry.
Which is Bong Joon-ho's latest film.
I still haven't seen that.
I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. It still gives my wife nightmares. But Ron Johnson, the journalist and writer, did the English script for it. And basically, Bong wrote the film, and then he said, "Okay, well, can you write it in English? Because I think he can communicate in English, but he's not a good English speaker, so he can't write characters or anything." So some people are saying that the translation, like when you're getting the subs and everything, is from the Korean actors, isn't accurate at all. Like, well, that's probably true. It's probably a completely different script in each language.
Yeah.
So, like, probably with what they're reading in Korean when the English people saw it, that's probably different as well because they're written, like, it's two scripts using the same film thing because that's what translation kind of should be most of the time. Which is fun. It's a real good movie. Like, it does the classic Jun-ho thing of having, I don't know how to break up Korean names. I don't know if, like, is that the surname to say Jun-ho? Is it... just say Bong Joon-ho every time, or what? I don't know. I need to have someone learn me.
I know Japanese, not Korean.
Well,
that doesn't solve it.
That doesn't help me. But anyway, it's
you don't help me.
Like, I love The Host is one of my favorite films. He just does everything at once, and some people find that uneven. I think it's amazing. It's like that. Like Okja starts like a Ghibli film and ends like a fucking nightmare. So,
awesome.
It's good stuff.
Go eat me some jerky.
I would argue that the film is not as its primary goal against eating meat in any way.
I wouldn't like that. I especially like it. We're a movie podcast now.
Yeah.
Early in the film, how there's lots of very overt eating meat, like fish and things like that.
Yes.
Like they don't. It's like no, they eat.
Yeah.
Eat
we won't go into it, but I think the film is actually far more about consumerism than anything else, and then corporate attitudes towards things. I think it's a real interesting film that sometimes just gets characterized as they're trying to make you feel bad about eating meat, and I don't really think that's the goal at all. I mean, it's certainly a side effect of some of it, but...
I think because I have so little faith in industrialized farming, I just thought everything that I saw is probably better than what it is in reality.
Well, let's not go into it, 'cause people, but I would agree. I would agree with that.
James, do you not trust me?
Or with your felt, you just keep it there and away from my teeth, and I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm doing that. But you just every time I pick it up, you're like,
yeah, it's because it's getting close to my teeth. And you're rubbing your fingernails? Ah, don't do that. Don't put fingernails on it.
but it's like it's tail. It's got a little.
Hey,
So,
buddy.
who watched Castlevania on Netflix?
I watched Castlevania.
I did.
What did you think of Castlevania on Netflix?
By the end of it, I was curious to see more. I think that for something which is 4 episodes long, the pacing is weirdly slow at some points.
It is a fantastic intro to a series, which then stops when introducing some of the main characters still. I did not realize it was 4 episodes when I watched the series, which apparently the actual like animation part, like each episode once you cut out the credits, is only like 71 minutes long, the entire series. It does not even last long enough to count as a feature film.
Well, when I was watching it, I was wondering like, why is this just not a movie? Because why would you ever watch this episodic? But maybe it's because it's not technically a movie, even if they piece it all together. So they said, let's just make it a
So they
episodic
greenlit season 2,
which is really the show.
which is 8 episodes long. So hopefully these 12 episodes will actually be a story.
So should I wait until the extra episodes come out next season?
It doesn't hurt. But
Yeah.
I don't know any Castlevania stuff. So.
But don't worry, you don't have to.
Yep.
Like Castlevania is not really. That's I think they're kind of confused me with it. Not saying
Is
confused,
it-
surprised me with it. Is it 'cause, like they've gone with Castlevania lore, and I don't feel that Castlevania ever had particularly strong lore.
Is it kind of like how Final Fantasy is? So each game.
No,
No.
they are connected.
there's a actual timeline to Castlevania, and this is based around Castlevania 3. And it's around Trevor Belmont and then a few other characters, which I guess are spoilers to say, so I won't say that. But what it does do is I don't remember this Dracula backstory from the games at all. They give him more motivation and make him more sympathetic. To
I
a
like
degree.
Dracula in it.
Yeah, but after the intro, he basically doesn't.
It disappears. Yeah, like he's like
We don't get back up to Dracula.
yeah.
We're still-
The first episode is basically the Dracula intro. Then it's Trevor in a bar fight. That's basically the next episode. And then there's 2 episodes of plot.
Yeah.
That's kind of the breakdown. And then when it ends, you're like, oh, okay. So I guess they're going to make a series.
I think it looks quite nice.
Yeah.
It's well made. It's well voice acted.
So what is it, like animation or?
Yeah, it's animated.
I think it's
2D?
It's 2D.
Yeah,
I think it might have
it's
been
2D
a
animation.
Texan studio. I'm pretty sure it's not a Japanese production.
It's like the studio that did like Amazing Gumball or something like that.
Oh yeah, Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah, I may have the wrong show there, but yes, they're an established studio, and part of the reason why it's only 4 episodes is because this is a tester, and the test worked fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it means we are kind of unsatisfied with a totally in no way finished story.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did
yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah, I was just surprised when I'm like, okay, in the next. What do you mean no next episode?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to play Glow? Glow's an alright show.
I've heard.
Actually, have you watched Glow yet, James?
No, I haven't.
It's lady stories. Your favorite genre.
But I'm still watching Orange Is the New Black.
How? That came out ages ago.
I know, but I worked
Still-
through it really slow.
I still need
I'm
to
like
watch it.
I'm like season 3.
See,
I'm on season 1
see
still.
what happens when Orange New Black, when an Orange New Black season releases, Lisa goes, "Oh, look what came out 2 minutes ago." Pushes play, and then the season's over. And I go, "Was it any good?" I saw like 20 minutes of that. She goes, "Oh, it was alright season."
Just ignore all the Piper stuff and focus on Janeway.
I don't need to focus on anything. As I say, I see like 20 minutes of a season, and I should go back and actually watch them. I always quite liked that show, but
Yeah, it's very mild.
I don't dislike Piper.
yeah.
I think Piper's alright.
Oh,
I
she's
find
just-
her very
She's just
pipey.
very boring.
Yeah, her voice as well.
She was getting gangster for a while, making panties,
Yeah,
trying to get some foot in someone's throat. It's all good. I'm a good tough talker.
well,
Anyway,
yeah.
enough Netflix talk.
No, Netflix and
I really
movies.
should spend more time on Netflix.
Should you? Should you really?
Yeah.
Wasting your life not watching Netflix.
I waste my life away doing nothing as it is.
You could be watching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I literally sit in front of my monitor on my wallpaper most nights, so I'm like, I may as well do something.
What's your wallpaper?
It's Mercy from Overwatch. It's one I made myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
so not shipped with anyone.
No, it's just Mercy. I
Not
like Mercy.
not Mercy with Villager.
No.
It's not docked with anyone.
Docked.
What's that?
I can only think of the gay term.
Yeah, what's going for? Shipped and docked. Let's just.
Oh, okay, that makes a little bit more
Yeah.
sense because I'm like, Mercy doesn't have a penis.
I know, but just let's keep going.
She's got a staff.
Yeah.
A wizard staff has a knob on the end.
Well, she's a witch in one of her skins, which I like. It's very
that's
pretty. But,
Okay.
yeah, I'm a sad life. I have a sad life.
I played Yooka-Laylee
Oh, again?
I should play that.
just so to check
Yeah.
the patch.
Yeah. How was it?
Makes everything better.
Okay, that's good. What things are better?
Camera,
Yeah. Okay, that was a big problem, right?
speech.
You can speed it up. Skip through it.
Skip through everything. Like they just
Did they listen to what people were complaining about and fixed it?
pretty much.
Okay, that's good.
The one thing I haven't done yet, and I actually need to do, is go into the arcade games and see if they do control better, because that was one of the things they were doing in the patch, because those games were unplayable trash.
I remember you were saying.
So I will update on that next week, because I forgot to do that. I just ran around the world and checked a few areas and like, oh yes, look, the camera's no longer giving me a headache, and yeah. Now I was also always like that game more than most people anyway, so you got to keep that in mind. But I mean, like, it just seems like they really just need, like, they don't even. They all Like they basically didn't even not know those problems. They just needed extra time, but they told everyone a ship date.
Yeah.
That's one of the things at the moment. I was listening to people talk about the Friday the 13th game and how it's on consoles and it's so buggy on consoles. Like, why is it on consoles? It's like this sort of survival online multiplayer game. Like, wouldn't you stick it on PC? And it's like, it's Kickstarted and it was like simultaneous release. It's like, so where they really probably should have been in early access for like 6 months to a year, they had to ship it on everything day one. So like, okay, well, no wonder it's a bit patchy. But anyway, so Yooka-Laylee is nicer.
I finished Morrowind.
Finished?
Yeah, you can finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, played through all the quests.
Oh, just... It's like you're a bit late for that one.
No.
I'm like, oh, you mean
Elder Scrolls,
ESO?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. I finished all the main quests.
Poor man's Morrowind.
No, it's good.
I think... Even had those big gangly walker things. Are they there?
Yeah, they're there.
Good.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, lots of mushrooms. Yes. Yeah, mushrooms everywhere.
Do you
Mushrooms.
get better jumping by just jumping the whole time?
No.
It's not true, Morrowind.
No. I thought that it was a well put together piece of content. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the characters. Had good little plot lines. I think they did a nice job of kind of when you resolve everything. There's like a little ceremony, and they have like all the kind of quest givers from the different areas around the kind of there, and you can talk to them, and they're like, I remember you. There was like people that like from the very beginning.
You were there, and you were there.
Well, there was one person
And
where I hadn't done that quest, and she's like, oh, you should come check out this thing up here.
That's
You
cute.
should have been here.
I should have.
It's not quite the same catchphrase, but
But I'd say I played that thing mostly single player because
you don't have friends.
well, Cheryl and I have been playing ESO, but she doesn't have the expansion. So that's the bit I will play just by myself. Like
So partner doesn't count as friends.
Oh, it doesn't?
Oh,
Oh.
Well-
We're business associates. And Amy's my friend, so...
I thought I was James's friend.
Oh, well, you can be his one solitary friend if you want.
Can I, James?
Yeah, you can.
Sucker.
Your pupils actually like shrunk a little bit.
Well, it's letting in more light.
That's when the drugs kick in.
I've got a new friend.
Gotta catch them all.
At
Yeah.
least we got one.
Yeah. It's more than none.
It's true. It is. So Morrowind.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Sounds great.
I enjoyed it. I think I actually hit my played time on Morrowind. I think I was at about 3.5 days of play.
Several days.
Which is, what's that, 80 hours, 90 hours. But that wasn't all in Morrowind. That was me, bouncing out and doing other areas. I'd say all in all, you could probably easily spend 30 hours or something in there if you wanted to. Or you could brush through it faster. It's up to you. That's how that game works. Yeah, good. Good content.
Yeah,
I enjoy
good
ESO.
expansion.
I am still playing it.
I should play it because I was very hyped for its
Yeah,
release.
it's a good game.
Back when it released the first time.
I bought a bunch of games on PSN on sale.
I
Oh no, really? Did you, Paul?
haven't been on the PSN because I've got a hacked Vita.
This wasn't on Vita. This was just on PlayStation 4.
I don't have a PlayStation 4.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, I was going to buy one, but
But then you thought maybe something else.
maybe I could wait. Maybe I could wait.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could. And clearly you are, and you can.
Heaven Can Wait.
For now.
What a great film. Was it a film? I don't know.
Was that the one about some angel that comes back down to Earth? Was that back in the angel era of 80s movies?
Yeah, a good run of angel films. I think so, because I think it's the guy's with angel wings and he's wearing a tracksuit and sneakers. It's I've come down to tell you all to fuck off. Yeah, because Heaven Can Wait because he's got business on Earth. Just telling people to fuck off.
Nice.
There was a lot of those afterlife movies, and Ghosts and Beetlejuice, and that was a thing
All
for a
dogs
while.
go to heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sad one. The other day when I left your house,
Yeah.
I was driving along the road and some guy on the side road, he's got a stop sign there and he pulled out in front of me. He's in the middle and he stopped seeing me. He's just in the middle of the intersection. So I give him a honk hey man, you're still sticking out. Gives me the finger.
Oh.
Spent the next hour thinking about ways of murdering that fella. So I should have pulled over and fucking grabbed that old bitch out of that guy. I just beat him to death and just
I hear you, buddy.
Oh, God, so angry.
When I was playing...
Ruined my day. I was so angry.
Well, as a loner driver, I get so many tailgaters.
What? I don't understand why anyone would tailgate a learner.
But
Yeah,
they
it seems
do,
like you're asking for trouble.
It really upsets me. It's I'm not going slow.
Yeah, actually, no, I have seen it. I haven't personally done it, but I've seen people get impatient or something. I
and
don't know.
also, I usually drive out to North Lakes because it's a lovely drive. And there's a roadworks sign. And no one goes the roadworks 40,
they
except
don't.
I do.
Oh, you should. As a
And then-
learner, you should.
Yeah. And they all go up my butt and try and speed me up.
Don't do it. That's
I
when
don't want to.
See, the thing with the tailgaters is you have to remember that you're in the position of the power.
Yeah.
You just go slower. That's what you do.
Oh, stop.
Put on your hazards. You know that's legally
just-
lets you do anything. Putting on your hazards.
I was.
It's just so frightening being in a little micro and there's this giant truck up behind you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
When-
Your insurance is as good as theirs is.
Yeah, probably. I paid enough for it.
When I was playing GTA 5, I was driving properly. Like I was like, I'm just going to drive to the law.
That's how I love to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you drive on the correct side of the road?
Yeah, I drove
Ooh.
correctly. But I pulled up behind someone at the lights, and I was just going to start honking at him. I'm just going to be a dick. I was like, honk, honk, honk at the person in front of you, and suddenly I just see like 2 fingers come up. They just give me the
So
bird,
good. So
and
good.
then like I would sit there for a while longer. They then got out of the car and they came to beat me up.
That's the most realistic thing I've ever seen.
That game is amazing.
I love.
You sold me.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
sold me
it is the
completely.
game. It's I don't
In
gush about it anymore.
first person driving, it's just like
Yeah.
I full on like check my shoulders
Yeah.
and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, it's great.
It feels weird gushing about a game that came out 5 years ago, but it's just because it just keeps surprising.
It
me.
is just bloody
It just,
good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, that game.
So I bought Bound on PSN.
Oh yeah,
Which is the very, very pretty platformer where you play like this dancer creature.
Hey,
And what were we looking at Amy's phone?
he was looking at my fishy.
Oh, well, he does
you're
love
fishy,
it. He
but-
does love it. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous
not
game.
friends.
You're in the surreal world.
Oh, you look so hurt. It's like I killed a puppy. I'm sorry. We can be friends.
Hey, you're the one with none left.
Sorry, Paul.
Look at these
all right.
tears, James.
So it's this amazing dynamic world of seas of cubes and everything's functional. Every time you move through everything, it reacts to you, and there's cracks that appear in the wall. Everything's so fluid and amazing. And when enemies come towards you, you just push a button to dance, and you twirl and you twist and you throw things away, and it's everything amazing. And it plays like utter trash. It's just like pushing through molasses, and the platforming is like so. It's both hard to fall off a ledge and hard to land on a ledge. So it's like, well, how did you do both? It's like, oh man, this game plays better. But then I found the photo mode button.
And now you just take pretty pictures of everything.
Oh god, I spent so much time in the photo. It's so good. The render is. You can set the depth of field. You can put on different filters. You can color grade it. You can put grain on. You can position the camera, change the lens style to also.
Paul's photo simulator.
And it's a really pretty world. And
Yeah.
one of the things is because you can hit this button at any time. That includes in the middle of a cutscene. So it means, boop, boop, camera's free roaming, which means they can't fake cutscenes, which is what you normally would do in a cutscene. Hey, this character's got to go over here and explode or whatever. Just stick him over there in the middle of nothing. We'll put a light here. That's whatever. Nope. They have to make sure it's all realistically done in the real world and everything's relating because someone at any point can hit screenshot button and then pull the camera back and look at everything. Which they made their life infinitely harder by letting that button be active in cutscenes. But man, I'm putting way more time into that game than I would have if it was just a game because the game is hot trash. But that photo mode is freaking great and it's almost worth it for the photo mode. And the game's interesting. I mean, how many games do you is combat dancing?
Well, the one of the
Crypto
Capcom 5.
Necrodancer.
BNO 3.
Yeah.
The
And that was hot
Necrodancer.
trash as well.
Yeah.
Crypto the Necrodancer, yes.
Just Dance. That's a very,
don't
very
know.
violent game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially
The dungeons
if you
are pretty hard.
If you're standing too close to each other,
Yeah.
you got to do the whoopsie. Fucking great move there. Yeah. So Bound's hot trash.
So hot trash, but pretty hot trash. It's like some kind of hot mess.
You know, it got decent reviews, and
Yeah.
I want to go take up exception with every reviewer that said that because man, the controls are awful. It's like, oh, I should. There was a demo. I should have played it. Oh well, the photo mode's real good. Actually, that made me realize that because I don't think it was there initially, but in like the last big patch of Horizon, they added a photo mode. And I'm like, Horizon's already a pretty game. Maybe
You know, I really
some photos.
I really struggle playing Horizon.
Why is that?
Just it's the characters. Like I love the world.
Yeah.
The world is gorgeous.
The dinosaurs.
And there's dinosaurs. I love the dinosaurs. As soon as there's any dialogue, I just switch off.
It's very self-important and serious. It's very
Yeah,
straight.
like it's everyone's so serious about how everyone's got that kind of like that slightly quiet tone because they're so serious. Like no one really puts much emphasis into what they're
They
saying.
need some of Zelda's horny characters.
They need someone with boring. I just can't buy into it. I try. Like I gave it another go. I went back. I'm like, I'm gonna give this game.
Now, to go back for a
Quiet
second,
and serious.
Amy, why did you take exception to me saying Zelda's horny characters? There's so many horny characters in Breath of the Wild.
There are?
Yeah.
Really?
Like that the first sort of village and the old lady's granddaughter's there and she's really
adorable.
into you. And you go up to her bedroom and take your shirt off.
Yeah.
And she's just oh, Mr. Link.
What about
I do declare.
what about that lady who's obsessed with her flowers?
Yeah, oh yes. She's horny for flowers, it's true.
Oh, I remember that one.
That one weirded me out because I was sort of like, this isn't fun. This is like some weird because I listened to someone once and that was like their first thing they found in the game and they're like, this game's why are people raving about this?
Yeah.
It's like this is so like arbitrary, like touch a flower and we reset the area and everything. When I finally got to it, I'm like, yeah, this is really
that's
awkward.
not the best content to find.
No,
in
it's
that
not
game.
good content. Speaking of weird content, I was watching some stuff on Super Mario Odyssey, and whilst that game looks amazing, I also just love how bullshit some of the content can be. In the middle of the desert, I think it's a toad. It's like, hi, we're practicing walking in circles. Here's a circle on the ground, and it's a big, 20-meter radius circle. It's like, you need to walk accurately around the circle. But just warning you, the line will disappear after a while. So you have to start walking, and you have to get a certain percentage of accuracy. And like,
That is a bit of bullshit.
it's like, why is like
Who thought that'd be a fun mechanic?
Like, I mean, it only takes 30 seconds of the game. It doesn't matter. I'm certainly not going to judge the whole game by it, but I'm like, this is such bullshit content.
I don't know.
I was so angry with the flower woman that I actually took a screenshot and I started editing it.
Oh.
See, I just did it. I was like, okay, this is a bit shit. But
I put her flowers on fire. I blew her up some bombs. I was so angry.
Because let's face it, the game should just let you destroy her flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Like the plum trees in one of the first villages.
Because, I can't think of
That
really...
made me very sad.
Because when...
I actually went and restarted the level because I felt so bad.
The few times in Breath of the Wild where I was arbitrarily stopped from doing something, when one of them was I approached the woods from just one of the other angles. I was just flying in, and I just like touched the side of it, and I just despawn. And I just and I get teleported somewhere else. I'm like, what? This isn't. And like at least when you're in there and there's the fog that comes over,
you can see it coming.
That's at least a thing. But this was just like, nah, you're not allowed to enter this area. It's like, just wait. In a game where I'm allowed to enter anything from any angle, why can I not do that here? So that's like the flower thing. It's like, no. These are not the rules you set up. This is old school bullshit design. Which if it was an old school game, it would be fine.
In a post-Zelda world.
In a post-Zelda world, which you are creating, this content is wrong. Get a better excuse for why this can't happen. And then we can try to speedrunners can then try to break it, and it'll be fun. Okay, so we are getting near what we should call the end of the show. Were there any unfinished business you'd like to discuss, James?
Played a bit of Farpoint. A little bit of. That's the VR shooter. So that one's got like the actual physical gun. Like it actually has like a gun that you hold and you can look down the sights and things like that.
Did you see that someone was playing Overwatch with a baguette?
No, I did
not.
I don't even know how that works, but okay.
I don't know. It was great.
Sounds delicious.
The baguette was the controller?
Like, they were playing Widowmaker, the sniping woman.
With a baguette.
Because she's French.
As in, like, as a controller? How do the buttons work? I'm sorry, this is...
He could fire it by biting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand how it all works, but...
Well, I mean, they put Linux on a potato. So
yeah.
But go on, James.
So, Farpoint, you've got a physical gun and you can hold this physical gun
Yeah.
because it's physical.
Yeah. One of the things that was kind of cool was that you actually...
Can you drink physical milk while using the physical gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want a glass of milk.
My bones are good. You actually have to hold it up to look down the sight, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. I think that the early game of Farpoint, which is I sort of played like the first level, like really slow and boring. Like, I think as an intro, it doesn't open particularly well. But as I got on, like, started getting into more of the firefights, it was pretty satisfying, firing a gun as a physical gun rather than, kind of using a controller. Though I think after playing a bunch of Resident Evil, I still kind of ended up preferring the controller.
Play some Super Hot, buddy.
I should play some Super Hot.
Super
Yeah.
hot.
I don't think they've got the controls down very well. Like, it kind of works by where you're pointing the gun is kind of where you go. And I just felt like I was often walking out of the space I was meant to be in, or like I was finding it a bit disorientated of kind of like, I just didn't find it that intuitive to control. But like the fantasy of the holding the gun worked well. Like I've played a bunch of stuff on kind of Oculus now and Vive now, and having that peripheral makes sense. I think like VR is where those kind of old dumb plastic things start actually making a lot of sense.
Remember years ago when they first Oculus was on Kickstarter, and then we had the treadmill that went up as well, and then we also had like that VR like assault rifle gun that attracted as well, and it was like that's our 3-point solution to everything. Still haven't seen all those three things put together in a functional thing yet. I wonder if it actually.
I'm actually less convinced on the Omni floor trackpad now.
Yeah,
I think now that I've kind of used it and seen the different control methods, I think we can't just go let's map a real movement to the game. Like, we need to discover new ways to have games, to have interactions.
And I mean, so I still would like to try it to see.
Oh, it'd be good to give it a go.
But I mean, like, quite frankly, teleporting is a pretty fun one at the moment.
Teleporting one, the instant jarring movement, surprisingly, works really well.
Yeah.
So I think people are starting to figure it out.
Because I like the room scale with the teleport. I think that works really well, giving you a space to move around and then you can jump to another space. Like that the Squid versus Robot game that we saw at PAX last year, which is freaking hilarious. It's like, it works so well. And like, I want to see other things, but yes, I think just mapping movement to something it just doesn't work in VR. Anyway, nothing else to say about Farpoint?
No.
Amy, any unfinished business?
With the flower woman, yes.
Fuck her.
She's on the list.
Yes. I'm fine otherwise.
Now, PSA again, Splatoon 2 this weekend. If you have a Switch, it's open, so you give it a shot. It'd be highly worth it.
Just go download it and make a character. Anyway.
So we forget to do this about 80% of the time.
Yeah.
But picks of the week.
Picks of the week.
So, James.
GTA 5.
GTA 5. Keeping it fresh.
Yeah. Keeping it relevant.
Nice. Amy, anything jump out to you this week? It doesn't have to be a game. It could just be anything.
It could be Paul.
Friendship with James. Could be the SNES Classic.
Definitely my friendship with James.
Oh, okay. So nothing. Nothing. Even though like no one can see the gag, I literally wrote nothing.
I can see it. I'm sad.
What about Spider-Man? That's a pretty good movie.
I don't really like Spider-Man.
What?
Did you like
I don't
the movie,
like Spider-Man. I haven't seen it, but I don't like Spider-Man.
Why not?
I've seen the three that were released sort of early 2000s.
The Raimi films. I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi, and I thought those films were trash.
I don't like Spider-Man.
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Like, Paul likes his Spider-Man.
I grew up on my Spider-Man.
he's a big Spider. But even as someone who's not big on Spider-Man, the movie is good.
Maybe
I get a
should
bit of
go watch
almost
it.
like a Scott Pilgrim kind of vibe from it, but not that
It's
extreme.
It's a modern day Lolita.
Okay.
You need to watch the Onion review of Spider-Man.
Okay.
It's very entertaining.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go see it eventually. When it
Okay.
goes to DVD and I'll
When it's on
download it.
Netflix, but apparently you don't watch enough Netflix.
I don't do enough anything. I went for a walk today down to Chermside to buy some tea, and Dad was like, "Oh, what are you doing? What's this?" I went for a walk. I've got myself some tea.
Good.
Yeah, and he
Good
says that I
walking.
never go walking, so I
Showed
did.
him.
Yeah. I slept in most of the day. It was great.
Tea and sleeping.
Yeah.
The teenage dream. And I think Five Nights at Freddy's 6.
That old favorite.
Nah, let's just say...
Valkyrie Drive.
Shit, no. Hellgirl's above Valkyrie Drive. No problem
I'm
whatsoever.
so downloading that when I get home.
Yeah, let's say Fight Night. Fight Night's cool.
Sweet.
It's a good game. Do download that demo. It's super fun. Okay, thank you for watching or listening to 8.5bit. You can go to our website, 8.5bit.com, our Twitter and Facebook. Please like, share anything like that. Subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you do, please leave us a review, because reviews help us share the love. Thank you for joining us. I've been your host, Paul.
I've been James.
I've been Amy.
And I'll see all you Skellingtons later.
See you, everyone.
Bye.